What's up, YouTube? Hi, Llama. Hi, Justin.
What's up?
We're
This is
live.
what happens when you poke Warkaki in the top of the head too many times.
Right.
Oh no! You come over here and do that and see what happens
Right.
to your
you,
finger.
you'd probably just laugh. You'd
Mhm.
be like, you dumbass.
Tripod.
What's up,
Man
Bob
down under.
Cars and
You gotta
Tripod?
admit, that is
Look
pretty
smart.
freaking cool.
That thing's
Oh.
freaking cool.
Mini Warkaki.
It's the new test print.
You know what? He's not angry anymore. He's just kind of blah.
I'm kind of normal now.
Well, that's to be argued, but you know.
How did the
What's up,
angry
Chris Travis?
Goings from the land down
Oh,
under.
we got some Vince action.
Vince.
Yeah, I woke
Hey.
up for this.
Yeah, you got your little puffy on one side there, Vince.
Inflation,
happening?
deflation.
It's
That
all the
was
drugs he
happening.
does
And then I
before
went
he goes to bed.
I went to go, I was like, oh, somebody's going to stream. And then it's like, my internet's not working. So I had to
I
go
broke
reset
it.
the router.
Devin, why are you always in chat and never on stream?
She's been on stream, just not on your stream.
Damn it. What's up, Mark Owens? Everyone should live in Tasmania because that's where the Tasmanian devil is.
Yeah.
He's such a cool kid.
Feed here for a minute while it was up and I
You're a feed.
chat.
I finally found my 5-color benchy.
You're a 5-color benchy. Why has everyone got 5-color benchies? What is this, 5-color benchy day?
Yes. No, I printed this before I traded my MMU for some 3D
Who's got their speaker going in the background? I think
This
it's
took
Noise in the
a day to
background,
print.
Llama?
Huh?
There's noise in the background, Llama?
Yeah. I think it's Vince's.
Vince, do you have porn on in the background?
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's got background noise going.
He's got some headphones. Ugh. What's
No,
up,
I haven't.
chat?
Another tab I just opened up that was playing in the background.
Stupid background tabs. Let's set them on fire.
Right.
Have a really rough day and don't want to spread my bad mood.
I'm talking about all caps for Jimmy on another stream.
All caps for Jimmy.
Mm-hmm. What are we going on, a week now?
I think so.
Week and a half. I think it's not this past Wednesday, but the one
A
before.
week.
No? Oh, I gotta look. When did
I've
they
got
change
the
me?
evil eyebrows. That's all I know. I just stripped apart a printer so I can turn it into a bear.
Perfect. Now we just got to do a bare 10 mil. We'll be good.
No, more work.
Yeah, but you were saying about your Zerabo, how quiet it was.
It is quieter than my other printers with those 10mm rods.
Yeah.
I got my needles in.
Ooh.
I got 200 needles.
Holy.
Well, it's like $6 for 100 count of those acupuncture needles for cleaning nozzles.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can go on Amazon and buy 8 for $8. So I bought 2 boxes. So I have 200 of them. So
Nice.
federal law restricts this device to sale by or on the order of qualified practitioners of acupuncture. Whoops.
So you're a drug addict. You're gonna shoot
I
up
mean,
with
you can't
acupuncture
inject yourself with a solid needle. These aren't. These are acupuncture, not
Actually, you can. You drip the crack or whatever
hypodermic.
on the outside of it and then jab it into your skin a bunch of times.
Oh, I just do that with my fingernails. Pour the hot crack on my fingers. What was the sleeving you use on your hot end wire loom? I use, if you go to wirecare.com, I use their fancy stuff.
Wirecare.com.
Wirecare.com, sponsored by Ultimate Albanese Gummy Bears.
Perfect. Here's to the dads.
Why are you talking candy again and all I can think about is frickin' Pez?
Oh, we were having fun with the Pez the other night.
I need to order some Pez.
I do too.
Jumbo Pez.
You're a jumbo Pez.
I gotta
I
talk
know.
to that I know they used to sell a headless Pez where you could like glue your own head onto it thing. And,
Kind of like Kid Robot makes action figures that
No,
have no
but
paint on it.
seriously, it'd be really cool for like Josh for one of his alien projects.
Hmm.
If he included a headless Pez, with a couple packs of candies and said some STLs, because that's like the perfect thing to print out of like samples.
Mhm.
Is Pez?
Way better.
No,
than Goldfish.
I'm not a Ketos guy.
Way better than Goldfish.
Where's my Cheez-It bag? I gotta go get my Cheez-It bag.
I think that's a brilliant idea for Josh is to do a Pez, for his Pez
Yeah,
head.
because you thought of it.
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with it.
There you go.
No, can't. Why do you guys like them freaking fake cheese crap? They're just nasty. To me. They're fake cheese. They're not real
Yeah,
cheese.
Yep. Where's
Okay, let me give you a piece of information. If you take 100% real cheese and you process the crap out of it,
yeah?
it's no longer real cheese. It's processed cheese. It's like everyone says sugar is natural. Sugar is not natural. It used to be a big, tall piece of grass. And you've made it into a little hard crystal.
As
And it
Chris
used
would
to
say.
be grass.
When you take sugar cane and you squeeze it out and you let it sit out in the sun, it turns into crystals.
It
You're
turns
just
into
removing the
brown.
water from it. That's all you're doing.
Right.
Yeah, they process
no-
it. Modern white sugar is all bleached and processed way more.
Yeah,
than that.
that's granulated sugar, but you can buy pure cane sugar.
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
buy
buy-
molasses sugar. You can buy
What do they call it? Sugar
brown
under
sugar.
law or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unprocessed. But it's still processing.
Devin, you're wrong. Cheez-Its are better because they actually taste good.
Actually, the Toasties do look better. Those are the extra toasty, right? What does extra toasty mean? They burnt them and then they said, "Oh, cool. We'll just call it something and sell them extra burnt." Oops. It's like the original Captain Crunch with no Captain Crunch in it. It's all just Crunch berries. It's like, oops, our factory stopped making Captain Crunch and just the berries were popping out. So we're going to relabel the box and just sell it as it's Crunch berries only.
Perfect.
Yes. You guessed it, Llama.
Oh, God. The freaking critters outside. Freaking fox was running up and down the driveway again today, screaming his head off.
Did you eat it?
No. The fox is actually really cute. I almost want to go out and pet him. He's like really super fluffy now and cute.
No. Probably shouldn't touch nature.
He was chasing a squirrel, which was even cuter.
Oh, look at that little
But finally
puppy
got
dog.
Got her
Hey,
hair,
little pop.
got her hair all trimmed up. She's all happy now.
Nice.
Before she was just a big old mess of hair.
Oh, well, messes of hair are cute too. I mean, look at Llama.
Right.
Now there's an owl out there freaking away.
He can be cute in the right right angle and the right lighting.
No.
Just turn the lights off.
No.
Yeah.
Even still, no.
He's so sexy with the lights off.
Nope.
That's what Dan said.
Very sweaty ugliness.
I never got that don't touch nature thing. Well, certain things you don't touch, like if you see a rattlesnake. I'm not going to go up and just pet a rattlesnake.
Nope. I'm not going to go up and try to eat poison ivy either.
Probably a good idea.
Probably.
Yep.
What? Tripod gets to park in his driveway? What are you, like the future?
In the future.
Why do you park in a driveway and drive in
What's
a
up,
park?
Carl? He lives in the city, bro. Having a driveway is a
Luxury.
super luxury.
Oh yeah.
I live in a city where we have yards. That's normal.
Right.
In some cities, yards aren't normal. Like, go to New York. Having a yard besides like a small piece of square on the curb is pretty unnatural.
Most of them are putting yards up on top of the building now. in the community gardens in the building that fell down last year.
Never
I
make
love
your.
those. They're like making gardens in rubble.
Mm-hmm. Where's my rubber mallet? There she is.
Where's? I gotta find mine anyway.
Old red brick makes good mulch.
Nope, I broke the part.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
jeez.
Doesn't matter.
There's extras.
No, you sent me DM. Sorry, Carl. I've been kind of not on social media, but on social media.
Been busy.
Oh, more or less. Still coping with Jimmy and just generally just like when I'm one of those people, like when I'm not happy, I just go into my hole and sit there for a while. And then when I come out of my hole, I'm like a refreshed creature from the woods.
Right.
Still don't touch me though, because I'm nature.
In other words, he's acting like a dwarf. Goes and hides in his cave.
Right.
What? Chris Travis, you did? See, I gotta do that.
What do you do? Oh. Yeah, the grease cap. Oh, yeah. Those grease caps are very nice.
The box is sitting with like 40 boxes of printed parts because I have what's called shipping anxiety. I'm horrible at shipping things. It's like I'll make a label, I'll put it on the box, and I'm like, all I gotta do is drive to the USPS and put it in the thingy. Yeah. And I'm like, but I have another package to ship tomorrow. I can just wait.
Yeah, I do that too. If I wait another day.
Yeah, if I wait another day, I can have all of it.
Right.
And that's the story of my life right now.
I finally got the USPS package. I got ordered from Printed Solid 2 weeks ago today.
Yeah, USPS has been a little bit underfunded lately, and they're
understaffed, underfunded. It appeared. It's like, oh, it's out for delivery after 2 weeks.
I ordered fulfillment Saturday night and got it today.
Hey, you know what? We all can't be cool like
Friday night.
Right.
I think Vince is the only one who's getting his product on time because he hasn't said anything. He's like, you guys are waiting?
Not exactly. The filament one box, they were supposed to ship out May and then ship out June.
Oh, geez.
I got June, but I've yet to get May.
No.
So,
yeah, Printed Solid. So I had the same issue.
Yeah.
Is Delaware it just sat in there in the USPS like hub in Delaware for like a week.
Ooh.
Oh, stop it, Llama! You and your fancy green slime filament from Printed Solid, you bastard.
Dude, do you have some of that silk with you, like on you, around you?
It's on a shelf over there.
I've got some right here.
Because it doesn't look silk to me.
This is just silk gold.
Well, it's not silk. Remember, it's pearl.
It just looks like army green to me.
It's not. Well, yeah, that's kind of the tone to it, but it's got that sheen of the pearl. Pearl and silk are two different things.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but you need to take a good picture of it for him.
Let's see here. Let me look at his Jesse stuff.
Because the picture he's got on there just looks like plain old blah, flat army green.
Yeah, it's not flat. It actually has that like smooth, silky kind of look. But wait, hold on.
It's still an army green color, though, right?
No, it's a gray green. See, and it's got that like
there you go. That's
very pearlescent. So it's not glitter, but it has like this almost sparkle to it when you look at it just right. So.
Yeah, I've yet to open up the filament, but the filament for June, one of them was a matte military green.
What?
Which goes along with the project of Mr. Tanner 3D.
Tanner 3D?
His little buggies. Yep. So he's got two models in there.
We're supposed to be doing our modeling war tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, because I'm not there. If I was there, it'd happen.
I think he's off tomorrow.
No, he's off tomorrow and Wednesday, but I got crap I got to do. We
Is it
really
Chris
haven't
Galata?
talked about it much this week, and we're still not 100% sure what we're doing. And I've been busy, and he's been busy trying to get back to work. And
Nobody should be working. Everyone should be sitting at home, taking naps, and being paid for it.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But
Even when I was home.
Well,
I
I
had
mean,
first therapy appointment today.
Appointments.
Very light.
Chris is here.
now and later, Tropical Rush.
Outwaiters were delicious. I used to order the those little tiny packs all the time, like the 5-pack of flavors. Pick those up, go to school, like with 4 or 5 different flavors, and then just like
Yep.
should last me the whole day because it takes forever.
We used to
to
go
chew
to the store and you'd buy the 5-pack of 5-pack flavors. You know, you get 5 flavors each with 5 of them in there. I mean, it's like 50 cents. And you go to school and everyone's so desperate in the smoking area because I grew up when there was actually a smoking area in school and you could smoke in school. And you'd go out there and everyone was so desperate that you could sell the little 5-pack for $1.
Damn, son.
Spend 50 cents and make $5.
All right, I'm gonna go get paper towels, which are over there. So you guys talk amongst yourselves. The topic is
No.
No.
the best print
No.
temperature for PLA, and go.
3D
4 billion
no kitty.
Celsius.
It's whatever it prints at. That's the best temperature.
Whatever it prints, whatever it extrudes properly at.
I mean, you are cocky.
Right.
I'm so tiny.
Pick on Chris. Yes.
Yeah, you got. I mean, it's not
You
like
have
he
to.
can take it.
Right.
I mean, he did grow up with the name War Cocky.
Yeah, that probably wasn't so much fun in grade school.
I almost feel sorry for him sometimes when I think about how much torture he must have gotten in high school.
I still feel sorry for him, so.
Nah, I don't.
That's because I'm new to all this streaming fun, so.
I don't feel sorry for him no more.
Yeah, that guy's an asshole.
Yes, you are.
You're not
that
wrong.
was great. But you're not right.
Llama's, normally wrong, but I have not tried enabling baby steps in the XY, only because I feel it shouldn't be wrong.
Mhm.
I'm correctly wrong on a regular basis. That one was banana flavored, and I'm not sure I liked it.
It's because it tastes like bananas used to taste like before they were genetically enhanced by using natural selection and choosing the ripest banana with the smallest seeds.
Do bananas actually have seeds?
They used to. I mean, they do have seeds, but they used to be mostly seed.
Yeah, I guess the little black spot in the middle is the seeds, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell that. I'm gonna have another one. I didn't really like it, but I'm gonna have another one.
Perfect.
Dang it.
I have to admit that that SKR upgrade was not as hard as I thought it was. It definitely was.
It never is.
It was daunting because I hadn't done it and I didn't want to, go nuts. But
Robbie Mac.
I did it and I'm happy. And man, your firmware is awesome.
G2G. I finally got nitrile gloves back in stock for myself. Took forever. I ran out at the beginning of the COVIDs.
So
Now,
if you go and do the upgrade to your Repetiro host,
Mhm.
do yourself a favor and do not use the auto detect from printer settings.
I usually don't.
Didn't work so well.
Because it will bug the thing out. It just goes into freaky connect disconnect mode for like 20 minutes, and then just says, "Screw you, I'm not going to work at all anymore."
Mhm.
Yeah, I just set it to 250,000 because that's what my printer set to.
No, I'm
Yeah.
talking. We have the auto connect, the auto detect. It'll tell do all the enter everything, all the printer sizes and speeds and
Oh,
acceleration and all that. That's what I actually liked about it. You didn't have to sit there and set all that. You hit the select from printer, and it would basically hit the EEPROM and load all that information off of that.
you probably did it wrong.
No,
Did you try
really,
setting it on fire first?
Yeah, no.
Okay, that's where you
hit the
failed.
stupid little button that says auto detect from printer, and it usually
Yes.
flashes the printer and goes blah, and basically sends out an M503 or whatever the hell it is, and then it reads that and puts it in all the ports. Well, it was like connect, disconnect, 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 connect, disconnect.
That's not annoying at all.
Yeah.
Not at
Robbie
all.
Mac. I figured it out. Basically, had to put my stock motor back in. 'Cause I flashed Chris's firmware with the 0.9 stepper and was getting mass under extrusion, and I was calculating somewhere in the realm of 2,000 E-steps with the Bondtech BMG, and that didn't work out so well, so I put back the regular one.
Yeah, the Bondtechs really don't need the micro motors because it's micro motoring all on its own.
True,
You're micromotoring.
but
Yeah.
I spent 3-4 hours trying to figure it out. I just wanted the resolution of that would have been like a 12-1 by the time comparatively.
Yeah, but again, the Bondtech is already 3-1 gearing.
Yeah.
2.997.
Chris already had firmware built for it, but it didn't work.
The Cubs.
That's weird because I'm using it right now.
Yeah, it resolved it, Robbie. I calibrated my E-steps, my extrusion multiplier, and it's a happy burner. As you can see, it's this one printing away like crazy.
Little printer.
All I know is Robbie Mack is the sexiest man alive, besides Thomas the Llama.
Yeah, you are really freaking blind, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. The 0.9 E3D motor is too underpowered to use for anything.
For what? For
For
what
Bondtech
motor did
even.
I get? I got this one. I got the LDO Slim Power.
Yeah. That's what
But
I'm using.
Yeah, but it didn't work with the BMG. I was having to calculate like 2,000 plus E-steps, and it's making a lot of noise. I don't know what I was doing wrong.
Maybe microstepping was still set to 32.
No, I was at 16, but I was if I calculated it right, I was somewhere in the realm of 1,800 to 2,000 E-steps.
Because it should be 1660 if it's
yeah, and I programmed
if
that.
it's at 32.
And it was under extruding, and now I'm back to the stock motor, and I'm getting 1,012.6 E-steps. And
That still seems way off.
But it's extruding perfectly. I don't know what's going on.
1,000.
It's your firmware, so I don't know.
It's
Where's
an
the
actual
problem?
official Bondtech and not like a knockoff gear set.
Yeah, it's official Bondtech.
Okay. Because
3-1.
I've had issues when I buy those cheapo.
The gear
I bought a
sets are
set to
not
test
so
to see
nice.
if they would work, and they are not cut the same.
No.
So you get a
I don't know what
totally
happened.
different setup.
Yep. So now I have a 0.9 stepper I may or may not be using.
It happens. I have a few of those in around.
I'm sure you do.
It's painful down here.
Oh, I bet. Drawers and drawers of parts.
Hey now,
I'm with you, Robbie, man.
don't blame the nasty P.
The nasty P-ware.
I'll blame whoever I feel like.
Dang it. They're all rebelling against me. Time to murder them
Including
all and
this
start
guy.
from scratch.
Oh my God.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise.
Here's a larger one for
Such a
you.
weird dude.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Oh my God, what are you in love with Picard or what?
No, Etsy. I sell them on Etsy. It's a just Creative Commons attribution, so there's no non-commercial flag, and I'm crediting the maker, so people are buying them.
Okay.
Hey, people buy anything, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
People actually buy that crap.
I know people buy printers to make it, so
Yeah.
they're just cutting out the middleman, which is the printer part.
Mhm.
The printer part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
The actual fun part.
Right.
Trust me, I have plenty of friends who are like, I want a 3D printer, and I'd be like, you should never buy one.
Yeah.
You should just
Let
give me
let us do
$5
it.
and tell me to print things.
Or buy me a roll of filament. That we were talking about that last night, the night before.
Yeah.
Weren't we, Llama?
Yep. That's what I do if people want stuff printed. I mean, I don't do a lot, but every once in a while I get friends that are like, oh, print this for me. I'm like, okay, buy me a
Buy the
Uh-oh.
material and call it good.
Carl
roll,
just
whatever
slid
color you
into
want,
Llama's
whatever's
DMs.
left over.
Uh-oh. Llama going after
In
you.
what? Twitched? In the Twitter? In the Twitter's field? In the twit? There,
In the
Carl
tweet storm.
sent a photo. What the hell did you do?
Uh-oh. Share the screen.
Check your DMs.
Is
Follow
that,
that.
is that off the Creality unit?
Everything's off the Creality unit if you think about it.
Mm.
Holy crap, dude.
I'll look at my DMs. I haven't even looked at my Facebook messages except for like.
Oh, and you
my
did it
group.
half the time, too.
Not finished.
I'm assuming that bottom number is how long it took.
Would you like some extreme more?
Nope. I've owned a Creality printer before.
No, this is off a BTT-002 board.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Even better.
Look at that. Look at how extreme that is on that face.
It's so pretty though.
It is. Red.
I want to try some of that Green Gate now. I keep seeing that, and that
I pre-ordered a roll.
that Mars Red looks really good.
You're a Green Gate.
Well, they're really cool to me because they're like right over there. Like literally, if you go like 20 miles that way, that's where they are. You just have to like swim with the sharks.
If you didn't try to like get me his filament so hard, I might get some. It's just he's constantly badgering, not constantly, but like he shows up on Facebook all the time like, "Oh yeah, you should get some Green Gate." Like
Ooh.
the guy from Green Gate.
Oh, yeah. Well, you should get some Green Gate.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, but unfortunately it's not actual PETG, so it doesn't have as high a deflection temperature, so it's basically useless for me.
What do you mean? It's recycled PET.
It's recycled PET, and one of the issues of recycled PET is it loses some of its heat deflection. It actually prints at PLA temps.
I don't think it does.
It does actually. Its print temps are 210 to 220 instead of 235-ish. Done,
Okay.
done, done.
I think PETG is overrated anyways.
It's the best.
I do think it makes nicer, like, transparency colors.
Oh yeah.
It's
Its
definitely
base,
better than
its base
PLA.
resin is clear.
Yeah.
PLA's base resin typically is a milky white.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on which
And
glue
it,
you're using.
I'll be back in a moment.
it looks more
See you,
crystal.
Vince.
No, Jekyll, I have the Big Tree Tech BTT-002 and the SKR-14 Turbo.
I really want that Panetta cut or whatever the hell it is thing that Riley just did a video on. Really, really want that board.
Panacot is a new board or an old board?
It's a medium new board. I guess it's been out about a year, but it runs RepRap firmware with the Duet API on it.
Yeah.
But it'll take regular like 2004 monitors and everything works on it like normal stuff. I actually like the RipRap firmware API, but for two things. It has no like that G-code viewer that you get with Repetier or Octoprint, and you can't plug a regular screen into it. Other than that, my Duet's fine.
Yeah.
I like the Duet generally.
Tripod, are you waiting on your BTT V2 or BTT 002?
V2.
Oh, okay, that's a different one.
Yep.
Didn't they just release something with the TMC 2226 and
Yeah, they
whatever
just
that stepper is?
2226s and the 4.3, 5 something and 7-inch screens.
What's the benefit of a 2226 anyway?
It's
The CamCut board
a
is
little bit better 2209 in some instances.
small.
Is it going to be worth upgrading to that or no?
My sibling from
Maybe on
another
a new
sibling. Oh, that's nasty, Robert. Oh, that's nasty.
Robert's
My
not
sibling
nasty.
From another dribbling. That is just wow.
Fantastic.
That's a shocker.
I've seen that movie before. On the wild world of webs. Yeah, there is RepRap firmware for SKR 1314 now.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
John Mack in the house.
Hey, there he is.
But they don't have the Wi-Fi built in and all that crap.
Who cares?
Tired?
What the hell good's the SKR, the Wi-Fi, the whole RepRap
Plug it into
firmware?
my Repetier server. Why would that? I don't understand the love of having a single IP address for every single printer that you own. Like I don't. That's why I don't like.
I don't like them all
Octoprint,
grouped
and that's
together.
why I don't like Duet. I'm like, I don't want to memorize 12 IP addresses for each of my one for each of my printers. I just
I'd
want.
rather them all on separate. I buy a separate Pi for every printer. I don't
It
want
doesn't
them all
make any
put-
sense. It's just a waste of money and a waste of electricity.
No, it's a waste to have them all grouped together when one of them's way to hell over here and one of them's way to hell over there, and I don't
Put them
want
next to each other.
to.
If you
Just because your
can,
house
not
isn't in
everyone
order
can do
doesn't
that.
mean it makes sense.
My house is on order. I'm just not in a big frickin' basement, frickin' troll cave like you.
Yes.
I have limited space. So I have to deal with what I have.
You can put 2 printers on one desk. I believe in you.
Yeah, I can, but I can't put 3.
Yeah.
And Pi's become pretty much free to me because my brother's got like 8,000 of them anyway. So
Yeah.
because his company keeps giving him them, and he doesn't know what to do with them all.
That's awesome.
Well, you know what he shouldn't be doing with them?
Give
Giving
them
them to
to me.
Llama.
Because his company used to. He doesn't work there anymore.
I don't want a separate favorite in Explorer. You know, I would have 12 favorites. It's getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like
I just have them up all the time, so.
I just go, these 3 are on that one, that 3 are that one, and then all the printers over here on one. Like,
Yeah, but
3
doesn't
IP
it, like,
addresses.
dog it down when there are multiples printing on the server, and yeah, I think it does. I don't believe you. I just don't believe you.
If it was
Yeah, I don't really like Octafarm. I looked at that briefly. It just seems I'd rather use Repetier over that. If I
yeah,
was
but then I still got to go into Octoprint and make multiple instances, and then
Oh, you know the other thing you got to watch out for with the new Repetier, dude. Everything on your network now pops up on it.
Oh, jeez.
And inkjet printers and computers and iPads and everything are now popped up on the screen on your Repetier.
Brad is correct. Repetier Monitor will take all my Repetier servers and put them onto one, which is what I have on my desktop here. So I just launch it, and all of my printers are on one thing. So
I don't know. I like them both. I like Octoprint. I like Repetier. I'm kind of leaning more toward Repetier though. More and more and more. I like the interface a little bit better.
I
Bobby
used to
Mac,
use
that's why we use Repetier, because it doesn't slow down the printers.
Right.
I used Repetier when I first got the DaVinci XYZ or the XYZ DaVinci 1.
Nice.
And I flashed Repetier onto it just so I could do other stuff than what they wanted.
I don't know. Carl want me to show it?
He said that you're more than welcome to earlier in stream. You just weren't paying
Oh, I
attention.
didn't. I wasn't paying attention. I can do that. Yeah.
Hey.
I have to remember how to do that. Share screen, dumbass.
Hey, is it okay if I invite one of the makers from my maker
I don't care.
group? Oh, I'm just I just want to make sure before I
There you go.
do something.
I can't see anything. Number 1, number 7. So you started with number 1, and number 7 is after tuning it. Got it.
Looks like number 8 might be even better.
Yeah,
Depends.
there's still some issues, but it's not terrible considering. You know, it's all printed at weird angles and stuff.
Well, yeah, because it's at a 30,
It's a
45
weird
degree
angle printer.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
It's a
sending
weird
him the
angle printer.
Whoa! Screenception.
let me take that off. There we go.
All right, now we're out of the Twilight Zone. You have entered the Twilight Zone. I remember the old Twilight Zone. Didn't they reboot that and it didn't do so well?
Yeah.
Did like one season and it went away. I never even saw the new one.
Yeah, I never got to see it. They got to stop putting stuff on networks that I don't have.
Like Netflix.
Yeah.
Was it on Netflix?
I think it was.
Oh,
It was
Then I
either
should have seen
Netflix or Amazon Prime.
I thought it was actually on like a network.
No, I don't think so. Actually, you know what? I think it was on Hulu, which is why I haven't seen it.
They call it Black Mirror now.
Black Mirror is old too. Black Mirror was from like the 60s or 70s. You know what I would like them to reboot was Night Stalker. Remember Night Stalker?
I remember Night Stalker the movie.
Oh, Night Stalker, the frickin' TV show.
Nope.
Where it was like the news reporter would go around and investigate all the stuff, and everything turned out to be a monster of some sort, like supernatural, like slime monsters and lizard monsters. It was frickin' a cool show, especially for the 60s and 70s.
Normal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of 70s, 80s horror. Only because they use more real effects than CGI, because they didn't use CGI. What's up, Michael? Let's see
They
here.
use CGI, certain glowing items. They'd have a light bulb.
Oh, llama.
What is up,
Oh,
Danny boy? I finally, for some reason, your reconstruction of your garage video didn't pop up on my feed until this morning on Twitter.
Mine didn't pop up at all. He reconstructed his garage.
He's working on reconstructing his garage.
Probably helps that I only popped onto Twitter like for 5 seconds each time.
Right.
That's why you missed all the super mini Warcockies, the crunched Warcockies.
Crunch cockies.
Dwarf cockies. That's it. Hashtag dwarf cocky.
Yes.
That's it.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what we hashtagged it. You've been hashtagged. Deal with
Who
it.
did it first? Did you do it first? Who did it first?
I don't know.
Somebody did it. I saw it. I started laughing. I immediately went out and freaking printed one. Just took it into the slicer and squished it on the Z by like, I don't know, 120%.
I don't know who did it.
Dwarf cocky.
That was you.
Yeah, somebody did
No,
it
it was
before.
Bob. It was Bob.
Oh, Bob.
Bob
Yeah.
Carnes.
Oh, yes, Bob. Oh, there's Bob. It was you, Bob, right, Bob? Was it you, Bob? What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs in the water? Bob.
Interesting. I'll have to remember that next time I'm in the water. And I chop off my arms and legs.
What do you call a girl with one leg? Eileen.
Oh boy. Come on, Eileen.
There used to be all kinds of those. I can't remember them all.
I have a friend. Her name is Eileen. I always say that to her. Anytime she says something silly, I'm like, "Come on, Eileen." She's like, "Chris, I'm married." I'm like,
Eileen left or Eileen right?
and then I look over at her husband. I'm like, "Is it okay?" And he goes, "Heck yeah, I'd say the same thing."
Oh, I can't wait to get rid of this freaking chair.
You bought a new chair?
I had to. This thing's got the creeps. You
And
know,
not
it's
just
like
your
it's got
face?
an inch taller.
I'll find you a
It's got
chair.
the 1 inch an hour creeps. It creeps
Get
down,
the
down and down. It's worn
you're
out.
waiting a while. Order like that Secret Lab.
That and I
Yep.
ordered one with the mesh seat, and I have a feeling I'm gonna regret it. But I'm so tired of Swamp Butt.
Secret Lab Titan XL. That should probably fit you.
No arm or
478
legs at the
bucks
front
though?
door,
Oh,
Matt.
man.
What? Yeah, the chair kind of surprised me because I ordered it and they said 8 to 10 days to ship out and another 2 weeks for shipping.
Mhm.
It's a large item.
Yeah.
And I ordered it, and like 2 hours later, it got your item is shipped, and I'm like, yeah, you guys just printed the label. No, it's actually got a tracking number, and it's on its way already. So I should have it by the end.
Sounds
You so
End of the
fancy.
week. It's just a cheap. I mean, it was $200, $250, something like that. Basically, same thing I got now. It's just mesh
Cheap
So I
is
don't-
$250.
for a freaking one of these chairs. Yeah,
Man, I was actually debating on going to the store and buying a new chair for the basement here. I do
Something more
sit here a
comfortable.
lot, and this chair is not comfortable.
Mhm.
this
My
thing's way
chair's
comfortable. It's worn out, and it's doing the piston creep.
Mine can't
it
piston
wasn't-
creep because it's stuck at bottom.
if my,
So I can
If
go up
Secret
and then
Lab-
fall straight back down because the
Right.
hydraulics don't work.
if
Yeah,
Secret
well,
Lab was
it's
making 4
different.
months out,
But the chair was only $125 or $130, and the piston's $100.
yeah.
So
Oh. Don't forget to get your Wow Sticks, folks. Sponsored by
Yeah.
Wow Stick.
Sponsored by Wow.
thank you. Yeah, I'm not
You're
gonna
a
do
Wow Stick. No. Oh.
it. It looks like some kind of urinalysis tube more than anything else.
Yeah, with the light on it when you push the button.
Yeah.
So you
That's
can
what the
see
doctor
into
did
the
with me.
urine.
Do you ever see them
So
when you
Tenera.
get kidney stones and they try and they go in there with the camera to see how bad they are? It
What?
looks just like that, and except for it's got a little thumb control on it, so we can wiggle it around inside you.
They're not bad. Just you're not going to torque anything down. This just gets you 3/4 of the way, and then you got to tighten it. But I took this whole printer apart with this, and only used this like for 3 things.
What the heck
And
is
my hand doesn't hurt. It's amazing.
it? What's the thing?
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about these is as they get smaller, they make the handles smaller.
Yeah,
And some of them are just too small. You can't
Yeah.
like.
it's a Wow Stick, Justin. It's an electronic
Oh, okay.
screwdriver,
I need
but
to order
it's
one of those.
super tiny.
What do they cost? Like $50 or something?
Yeah, $50
yeah.
for this one. This is the 69 kit, so it comes with 69
Is that
tools.
the
So,
1F64 in 1?
yeah,
the
so it's
one on
got a
Amazon?
carrying case that's
That one?
magnetic. No, I'll send you the link to the one I got.
Send me the link. I'm interested
I
now.
think
I
more-
knew enough of tearing apart.
Oh,
I probably
right.
should have something like that.
Yeah, so it's got like almost 60 different tool heads that it comes with.
Oh man.
So
I
from
gotta get
Robertson to triangle to security bit.
Robbie Max costs $10 an hour.
I mean, it goes down to T2 on the star bit, which is like
Oh, nice.
like like if you use a really fine pencil and you put a period on the end of a sentence, that's how small it gets.
So expensive crap, I can't afford it. I'm right with you there, Michael. I will. I will use my little ratcheting one first.
You spent $250 on a chair,
This is $10.
but a $50 screwdriver that saves your wrist from carpal tunnel
Yeah.
is too much.
You know what saves my wrist from carpal tunnel? Using this instead of a mouse.
Just gotta learn where to draw the line.
I guess if you're building as many printers as I am, this is
Yeah.
saving me more than a trackball because
What are
And
you
if,
the realm of printer
if I'm not worried about the carpal tunnel, I just use this.
that's too big
It is.
Yeah.
It is kind of
and
big.
way too powerful.
Yes. Strip some screws and
It's a Bosch. It's really not that powerful. Believe it or not. I remember when Bosch used to be top of the line.
But these are 18/8 stainless
Now
steel
they
screws.
kind of become the cheap
It
crap.
doesn't take much torque to strip one of these things.
This thing is awesome. I'm sorry. I love this thing. You just put the bit in there, it goes around, ratchet. We'll also take a socket for taking your nozzle off. Oh, look, I get to play with this here.
What this?
I'm going to tickle the taco kitty's butthole.
Oh, the
Mine-
hand ratchet. Nice.
Yeah, mine actually also pivots. If I can't get to it, I can actually pivot the angle.
Oh, that's
Oh, those
nice.
are nice. I almost got one of those, but it was like $1 more, and this one was only like $5.
Mine came with one of those 100-to-1
Mhm.
like ratchet
Yeah.
kits.
Yep.
Because one thing that I don't have an issue with is the number of ratchets that I own, and or things that can use. Here's my 1.5 Newton meter torque one.
I'm looking at these. Wow.
Do you have a?
Here's a little tiny one.
I used to have like 20 of these things. My brother took a whole bunch of them the other day. He used them at work.
Here's my new set of nozzle removers.
Ooh.
When you only need like 1 or 2 of those.
Well, I have
Right.
6 and 7 millimeter, but they didn't sell just 6 and 7, so the kit was cheaper. It was $8 for
Yeah.
all of these,
I was gonna
or
say
like $8 a piece.
They do sell them individually, but they're usually more expensive for the single than it is the whole freaking kit.
Yeah. So on here's my 7 millimeter for my Slice Engineering torque wrench.
Ooh.
I do want to buy a digital torque wrench
One of those.
when I
one
start
What?
building more printers.
pound ones.
Mechanical ones are actually more accurate.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't have to be super accurate for what I'm doing. I'm not building a fuel control for a jet engine. I'm building a 3D printer. If
For
it's
now.
plus or minus a couple, Newton centimeters, I'm okay. Like,
They
Right.
used to make a
fine.
big deal about that when I was building mountain bikes and stuff. And everyone was like, oh, I got a digital torque wrench. I'm like, no, the mechanical click ones are actually more accurate.
you know what's
Because
even more
what?
accurate than that? Eyeballing it.
Yeah.
Actually, the most accurate one are the beam ones, where it's just a beam on the scale and you torque it and the beam flexes. And once you get one of those set, they work great. What's up, Tanny? I didn't see you pop in here.
Tanny's in the house.
Ate a bunch of PETG today. Well, good for you.
That's all I'm printing.
I need to, yeah.
Tanny's gonna grow up and grow old and have PETG lung.
Let's
I'll
see,
probably have
what is-
PETG lung.
Don't talk about
Lion.
PETG here. Llama doesn't like it. It's inferior to
No.
his PLA.
I don't dislike it. I don't know. It's no better than PLA in most things. Some stuff it is.
I don't know. Higher heat dissipation,
That's about it.
better flex.
Yeah, I don't want it to flex when I'm holding my printer together. I'd rather it stay hard and strong.
You're hard
Rigid
and
is
strong.
good when it comes to printer parts.
PETG is stronger. The impact resistance of PLA is better.
Yeah.
But the actual tensile strength of PETG printed parts is better. Better layer adhesion between printed layers, but Llama won't agree.
No, PLA is stronger. Stationary.
Is higher impact resistance. It is not stronger in.
No, PETG has higher impact resistance. A lot higher impact
No.
resistance. Yes.
No.
PETG will take a hit. PLA will not.
No.
PETG will hold steady and not move. The
Stop being
disadvantage
drunk.
of PETG is long-term holding. It's got what they call creep, where like the screw or bolt will slowly over time make like an oblong hole where PETG.
So PLA.
Yeah, PLA will creep. PLA is stronger stationary holding power. It's stiffer. PETG has a little bit of flex, so it takes impact like ABS better. It also has a better heat resistance.
ABS
than PLA.
has garbage impact resistance because its layer bonding is garbage.
TPU does take a hit. TPU is wicked strong. It's amazing strong. It's just
Here's my TPU. Hold on. Dang it. There.
Oh, that's some flexy stuff.
Hey, who's used Flex?
Ninja Flex.
You must have used Flex PLA, Chris. Have you used Flex PLA?
I have, and it sucks because it strings like garbage. Like you can dry it, dry it, and dry it, and it just goes.
Yeah.
But is it flexy like TPU flexy, or is it just like soft PLA?
It's like
Who are you gonna trust
it's like
here? How about neither?
I trust Tanny, but
Yeah.
I
I
try
don't
to
know.
agree with you, Tanny.
Single test. If you look at every test, you watch CNC Kitchen.
And again, CNC Kitchen is not the best person to be
every
testing
single
filament.
company. Go right to the company's factory. PLA is stronger under non-impact stress. It will hold up longer. PETG will not shatter like PLA, and if you hit it, PLA just shatters, and PETG kind of flexes a little.
What's up, Dave?
Dave. Hey, there he is.
There he is. Dave, PLA is stronger standing power than PETG. PETG is stronger hit. Correct? Yes, I know it is. It's a fact. It's a chemical fact. You're all wrong. I am right. It's a myth that PETG is stronger. It's not.
I need to order some 3D fuel.
It's not structurally stronger. It's not as stiff. It will flex and bend, so it'll take a hit.
Don't forget to send me that Wow Stick link, Chris. I will buy
Yep.
one.
Do that once I
Wow.
grab this. One
Can
of
you
the white
open it up?
papers.
There, Nick?
Do what?
Packages.
Can you open it up?
Oh, no, I get a lot of filament off of the auction sites, and when you guys were talking about TPU, I remember I got a pretty much full roll of gray TPU for inland.
Cool. I love it.
It's like they opened it and couldn't get it to print right, sent it back, or returned it. But I got that, and well, I was also looking at. I've also got I got a roll of PVA.
Nice.
Cool.
Pretty much just open it and it'll eventually disappear
Yes, exactly.
on its own.
Yeah, when you flex PLA, it stays flex. It doesn't impact either. Not that you can flex PLA because it doesn't really flex.
Yeah. Back up.
I just need 3D Fuel just needs to get some PETG in stock besides just the black, and maybe I'd order some.
Tanny's
Isn't that
working
what
on
he
it.
just made?
I know.
He said he just made it today. I don't
Ah,
know what he was making, what color. He's probably just making black, huh? Black and white.
I'm surprised they aren't just doing natural for all the PPE. I mean, it's cheapest thing to make.
True. Oh, yeah. Yeah, PETG, like you're saying, it's a almost clear natural.
Mhm.
Unlike
Oh yeah, I've got.
PLA, it's got that smoky, foggy, kind of milky look.
We got a Hubert.
That's my maker guy, Hubert.
Hey, it works on a Mac. Ha!
Welcome to the
Works on everything.
crazy stream.
Well,
Everything works on a Mac if you know how to make it.
Yes.
yeah.
Not my
I know.
toaster oven.
Your toaster oven works on a Mac.
No, it
I
doesn't.
know.
Guarantee it. If you sit on top of a Mac, your toaster oven will still work. Your Mac might not work underneath it anymore, but it'll still work.
Not the way I do it.
Now everyone's waiting on Hubert.
Okay.
Competition,
One
Danny.
second. No.
Wait, didn't I send an invite to Tripod?
I think you did.
Gosh darn it. I don't think I did.
Uh-oh.
This is why my job is so hard.
You
Yeah.
get your CR10S Pro figured out?
Yeah, that now prints nicely.
Oh, good.
It's
After- All that.
after a lot of hassle again,
Right.
as always.
Yes.
The thing has already printed at least 10 headbands in 3 months, so hey, can't complain.
Perfect. That's high production there.
Yeah, but I think it was something with the hot end. I took that all apart and cleaned it up, and now it works. So
Nice.
I know it's working.
Hey.
Now trying to revive the X1.
Oof. That's the
Don't
one
do
you put
it.
the SKR in.
Don't revive.
He put an SKR 1.4 in it, though.
Nice.
Well, hold
And I
on.
told you. Someone had firmware for that. I thought you had firmware for that, Chris.
I did. I just deleted it off my website, off my GitHub, because I don't support it anymore.
He downloaded it before that happened. Hey, Tripod.
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 Well, it doesn't help if he has firmware, because I've been managing to disable the card readers. So
Good for you. You don't need a card reader. Just
No.
yell at it and tell it to print.
Yell at it. Print that way.
Print a Benchy now. 0.3 millimeter layer height at
That'd
100
be
millimeters
cool
per
if you could
second.
do that. Voice activated printing.
My buddy hacked his what I don't know if it was Alexa or Google Home
Oh no.
that would run into his Octoprint and print things.
Oh jeez.
So he could be like, "Hey, whatever," and print this, and he kind of had it working, kind of didn't. I mean, it works most of the time. Like he can't. He's not like God Power coder, but he was able to make it do cool stuff.
Nice.
Where'd I put my fire stick? I need my blowtorch.
Uh-oh.
How does one?
Fire,
I
fire,
always-
fire.
I need fire. I've got isopropyl alcohol fumes in
Does he
here.
have an
I need
ANET
fire.
Perfect.
I got an ANET right here, although it's not really an ANET anymore.
Just give me the board and the wires it comes with. I can rub them together and they'll cause fire.
Well, you can pretty much do that with any board if you really wanted to.
Oh, you want to see something cool?
Huh.
Yeah.
You can't read. Oh, what is it?
I thought I was gonna drop it.
Oh no, I used to play sports. My buddy Dan made me this
Ooh,
out of PLA.
nice.
Cool.
Nice.
That is cool.
Ugly work hockey. Oh, wait.
Hey,
Hashtag
How's
ugly.
How's it going?
work hockey?
wait, I gotta make it life size. There we go. Hey, what's up, everybody?
You gotta do it.
I'm a zombie work hockey. Hey,
Hey, you gotta do an interview with that, Chris.
Yes.
You have
Yeah.
to have that on.
Yep.
at all
Whole
times. It's not,
interview.
No,
Full
just
interview.
like have it where you have like a
Yeah.
like a ring around your head and it sticks out further.
Yep.
there we go.
So you know what I'm talking about with the
Yep.
arm coming out. You know.
Oh, I think I lost Vince again.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
So just put a ring and a pole sticking out, so it's at the correct or you can do something like that. But
Hey guys.
You are so screwed up, dude.
So yeah, this was a nice gift yesterday. So my buddy, he does what's called Diddy Designs, and he does logos and stuff like this out of 3D prints for people. And he invited everyone over for his inaugural launch of his ice cream company. He turned a trailer into an ice cream truck. So he's
Cool.
gonna take to fairs and stuff, and it's really good soft serve ice cream.
that's awesome. Hey, you got filter. You can make your own filter,
Yeah.
and it'd be like a from like
Yes.
South Park or whatever, or
Yeah.
just the head chomp type.
I'm Canadian.
Yes, there you go, the Canadian one.
Oh, those.
Man, it's been
Canadians.
forever since I watched South Park.
I tried to rewatch it all last year. Bye, Carl. I will get you your package, and I'll look at your DMs. Hey, look at that! It's a mini Rambo.
Ooh,
This was a
I
Mark
have one of those lying around.
2.5.
Where'd mine go?
Look how
I
well
guess-
it's made.
Worth more on eBay than it is in your hand.
Right. I
Well,
probably
it's
should
worth
sell
more in
mine.
my hand because the things I can do with it.
I add it to
I
another
can make
printer.
a printer with that.
That's $120 worth of printer parts.
No, that's an Einstein you're looking at. Mini Rambo's not
No, I've
not
got
that much
one.
right now. Okay, where the hell is my fire? Like I feel like a caveman right now. I'm about to rub 2 prints together and see if I can get fire.
Melt some plastic, huh?
Oh
Well, I
God!
just need to heat up this hot end I pulled out, so that way I can remove the filament that's stuck in it.
That'd probably be good.
My buddy jammed it, and he's like, "Can you just build a bear with it?" And I was like, "Yeah, just get all the stuff, and I'll do that." He goes, "Can you make it the one with the lights on it? So you want me to make an SKR bear with it?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Okay."
I gotta figure out how to put my NeoPixel board on it.
I'm gonna put your NeoPixel board in it.
Oh, I'm sure you would.
Hey, look at that, an SKR board. They're just everywhere in my house.
How many of them do you have currently that are not being used?
I bought a bunch, so that way I had them as backup.
Yes.
Did you expect breaking them?
I am
But
known
how
to
do you
break
use them?
things because I don't. I know the proper way of handling electronics. I just don't do that. So that's why I
Yeah.
usually do any of my tutorials. It's do as I say, don't do as I do.
Right.
Because trust me, people would have loss of home and product if they did as I did. But that's how I learn. I break stuff. And then I'm like, oh yeah, don't do that again. Well, just throwing that everywhere. Yep. I have no idea where my fire is. This is disheartening.
You're fireless.
I mean, it's always here. There's always a butane torch somewhere on this desk. Unless I knocked it off the desk and now there's fire on the ground and I just don't smell it yet.
That would be interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
not the first time.
It's MrButtrion.com.
Buttram.com. Hold on. See if anyone can. Is it on my desk anywhere?
What's wrong?
Use the overhead. Maybe someone will see it. Because I'm looking on the floor now. Where in the hell did I put it?
Man, I really need to get Mortal Kombat 11 for my Switch.
Yeah, you do. It's a good game.
And did you unlock anything in it?
No. I played it for like a couple weeks and then some other game came out and I became entertained with that.
Yeah, that's what
It's my
I'm
typical
always
gaming
afraid of.
experience.
I figure once a traffic or commuting happens again, I'll invest in another game for the Switch.
Mhm.
Because that's usually when I do any gaming, is on the train.
On the train. Yeah, if I took the train here, I'm going the wrong way. Like, Chris, why did you hop onto that non-commuter train? Where are you going? I have no idea. But it was orange and it looked cool.
It's orange and it looks cool.
Yeah.
I just printed in 2D. Ta-da! Look at that.
Impossible.
Right there.
There's still a
New
third
technology,
dimension
laser printers.
there. It's still a third dimension. There's still something on it.
Right.
It's just microscopically there. So what does
We'll
Hubert
figure
do?
this out. He's messing with some C++ or C or.
What?
Yeah.
Why do you
Could
have
be
all these
issues.
smart people on stream? I can't do coding.
No,
He's
I
pretty
can't even
smart.
compile, let alone coding.
0.2 Max Z.
Hey,
Where's my fire?
He's fireless.
This is probably the saddest
He should
moment
be
of my
fired up about his fire.
life. I like my
Did
butane torch.
you use it to light your grill last night?
No, I never. Again, I buy if I need something for upstairs use, I just buy another one. That's how I live my life. Because
Someone say coding. Devin knows coding. Hubert, you gotta get with Devin. She knows her coding.
well, coding is a last resort. I need to be able to load a new binary onto that SKR14 I've got the wiring complete, and I can communicate with the cards. And now I'm trying to get OpenOCD to load a file, but it disagrees with me.
Good. Now you can battle it. Mortal Kombat.
Buttram says, Chris, you should see if it's in your keister, your fire.
It's probably in my G string. Alright, I'm just gonna open up every drawer.
Empty every drawer while you're at it.
Nope, that's gonna be messy.
And
Okay, I have no idea where my fire is. I am sad. I know where my Cheez-Its are. I know where my flammables are. I found lube on the ground. I mean...
Compile SD card and turn in a board, not work. Yeah, pretty much what I do. Then I go, hey Chris! Make my
Did you put in format to F32?
Fat 32.
Did you?
I use Fat 16s.
Hubert, did you do FAT 32 for your SD card?
I have no idea.
Yes, I did, but it just does not read a card.
What size is the card? What size
Sorry?
is the card? What size?
8 gigabytes.
Okay, that should work.
Yeah, that should work.
I know, unless you switch it off in Marlin, which is the default. And then I compiled, and then I loaded it, and I went, oh shit. And now I can't load the new binary. That's the whole thing.
You'll have to go through USB.
And that's one of the biggest questions in my video. I inserted the card in, it doesn't work. Well,
Yeah.
I can't really help you if you formatted it correctly and you put it in the right SD.
Yeah.
Otherwise, manufacturer is your best friend. Call them. So,
You're a manufacturer.
or try a different SD card.
Yeah, I would have. I assume you have, Hubert.
Well, some people are
I
putting
think I gotta do a reboot. I'm
using
getting a lot of
extensions,
problem.
and those are not hot. Some of them are not. Most of them are not hot swappable. So if you have an extension running on it, that's the only other thing.
No, I just have the cards, and that's it.
Do you have it on USB mode?
Say that again?
There's a jumper on there. What mode are you running?
USB to power it
Okay.
up.
Is it, but no external power, right?
Nope.
Okay.
No. And it responds nicely with OpenOCD. It says hello, it says what it is, so it's alive. It just does not read a card.
Did you pull the stock firmware from Artillery, if there is any for that?
Yeah, it just does
Wait.
not read the file. It
Well, you know, I
Plugged
have so
in.
many people that pull my file off of GitHub, and they say it works the first time. I say half of them it doesn't. I'm like, I can't help you, man. There's,
So you're
Where
powered
do
by
I find
USB.
Where
Huh?
do I find your GitHub?
So you're powered by USB, and you're trying to read the SD card off like an LCD screen, or you're trying to read it off of.
The micro SD on the board.
well, let's take a step back. Are you flashing the card separately off the computer and then putting it in the? How are you doing? Are you reading the board off the board to the computer, or are you flashing the card separately and then inserting it and letting it boot up and flash it? Which way are you doing it?
I compile the Marlin with all the setups that I want and need.
All right.
Get a firmware.bin, which goes onto the cards.
Oh no, is the card out of the board when you're saving it, or is it in the board when you're saving it?
It gets saved on the computer after I compile.
And then you take it, eject it out of the computer and put it in the board. Okay.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. I just want to get that out.
No.
Which process you're using first?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, where do I find your GitHub? I'll give it a try.
I don't know if he has one. I don't know if you have one for that. Do you, Tripod?
I do, but it's for the Ender 5 Plus.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can always You can always just flash it and see if it takes it. You don't have to keep
Yeah.
line on there.
No, as
Yep.
long as it takes it, I'm back in the game again. Because then
Yeah.
then it reads the card again.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
it's all
yeah, it says
one.
Tripods Garage, GitHub, Tripods Garage, and there's a firmware.bin on there. Take it and try it. So, I mean, it's when it comes to this, I prefer just having the SD card in my computer than versus having it, just attached to the motherboard with it inside of it. That's just my personal preference. Did you try turning it off and back on again? So,
Also,
You try the
Tripods
reset
Garage.
button on the board.
yes. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you how many
Found
late
the
evenings
fire.
I did. I forgot to move the jumper over, and I was like, oh, just pissed off. That was.
Oh.
Hang on. There you are.
All right, let's get this stuck filament out.
Yeah, don't trust me. I mean, I'm an IT professional. Don't trust me.
Yeah, I know.
We don't trust you anyway.
Nope. That's when you become a manager, you don't trust yourself.
Right.
Fire makes everything better.
See?
Fire makes everything better.
Nara's right. No such thing as an IT professional.
So I just I'm sending one as a gift from Etsy, and this is what they wrote in their gift message.
Your gift message.
I know. They even spell Star Trek right, so someone's not a fan.
No.
I still have to
boy.
watch the last episodes of Picard.
You haven't?
No, I have to. So
I love that show. Oh my god, it very well written. The music, every time they'd play a theme from TNG, I'd get freaking goosebumps. I don't know why. They did a good job with it.
yeah,
There were some things they could have done better, yes, but
I mean, but
Use
even
better
with,
printers for the food.
right? Yeah.
the thing is like Discovery and Picard, the special effects are just like movie quality.
Yeah. Well, that's the special effects nowadays versus 50 years ago.
Well, the thing about with the TV series Heroes, the first 2 seasons, that set the bar for
Yes.
special effects for television.
Oh yeah.
But after that, well, that's why I only say the first 2 seasons because the rest of it just fell.
Right. Yeah, I can't wait for season 2. Kind of excited for Discovery season 3, but that'll be interesting to see how they play it out 1,000 years. In
Well,
the future.
I guess Pike. They're gonna have Pike have his own series too now.
Yep, they're starting to spread it out. Well, they need something. Hollywood's basically ran out of ideas anyway, so they got to do something. At least they're doing something that I want to watch.
I can Google search does make me an IT professional as well. No, if you Google search a illness, you're gonna die in 2 weeks. For Dr. Google,
Normal.
you have cancer and just die. So I will search Dr. Google.
Dude, you're as bad of a taper as I am, man. You're putting more tape on that than there is
I
cardboard.
got to tape the label on.
Yeah, that's why I always print the label like half size.
Yeah, I probably should do that. That's okay though. Package number 2.
My print is just
Oh, that wasn't
folded in
my
half.
Huh?
Well,
glasses across the room. Somebody's packaging like, woo!
Eh.
yeah, there's Dan. Bailed out on the party.
Man, what the hell
I have
you
to open one of them again. Dang it.
Dan's
winding crap. Look at the
Yeah.
smoke coming out of his headphones.
Is Dan winding an electric magnet?
Yes.
Normal.
It definitely looks like he is.
He doesn't have his audio on.
No.
Dan is winding a speaker.
There's Dan.
And
Yeah, I knew it. I knew he was winding a magnet.
Yeah, well, I'm winding. Yeah, I'm winding the wire around the coil for the.
You're making an electrode.
Yeah, I'm building one of Polymate's speakers right now because, like I said before, I actually do a video on this.
You have to do your proof of concept.
Exactly. I got to make sure it's going to work because I'm going to look like an idiot either way, and there will be flaws in that one as well. But at least this way, I know that it works. And going on to make the next one.
That's me on every YouTube video. I look like an idiot, so I really don't care anymore.
But you look like a sexy idiot.
Yeah, you look like a one-legged sexy man beast.
Hey, let me know, Hubert, if you're able to boot up.
No, and I can't find your file. Where do I find your website or your download tripod? Can you
Here,
put
hold
that
on. I'll put it in the chat. Give me a second.
Hey, thanks.
Put it in the private chat. Yeah.
I just throw it in the regular chat. I don't care.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Make it an Elachode.
Electrode?
It's just weird because my SKR had no problems flashing. Like threw it on my SD card, put it in the printer. First power up, I had workable firmware.
The Elachode.
Something's wrong.
I like that. Elachode. I think I'm going to change my name to Elachode. After the conversation we had the other day about making sure that you, where the hell's my end? It's a problem with the stuff. It's so damn thin. It's hard to tell where the end is at. And you have to wrap 4 meters of, what the hell is this one? This one's 33 gauge. So for the American size, it's gauge wire. So it's 33 gauge. You have to wrap 4 meters of it, leaving 30 meters out on both ends as you twist. So, my man Paul, I hope you're right, buddy, because I've got a little bit of money invested in these speakers, and I really want to have an awesome set of 3D printed desktop speakers. So when people ask, I can tell them I made these. You know. Got to be getting close. Yep. Probably 1 or 2 more reps. Sorry, guys. I know I'm boring right now.
Hubert, I just threw it in the regular chat.
It's Tripod's fault that I'm boring, guys. I blame Tripod for everything.
Yeah.
It's normal.
My Alexa was a lot more entertaining than I was.
Yeah, well, it's not my fault. You had to, stream with no headset on and then fall asleep.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So it is kind of your fault that you're.
I never said it wasn't my fault. I just said that my Alexa was more entertaining than me.
Yeah. Leave at least 30 centimeters spare unwound. Okay. And then it says run a layer of glue inside the indentation, which I did. Start winding, which I did. Tape the end of the copper wire, like at the start, leaving a 30 millimeter spare again. So I need to leave about 30 millimeters, it says, which should be about that much. So now I need to get a little more of my copper tape, which, if you guys haven't done this yet, if it works, I'll recommend everyone do it because we're makers and that's what makers do, right? Makers make things.
They recommend things for other people to make.
Yeah. Speaking of Mr. Chris, how are you, sir? You were kind of vacant there for you abandoned us for a little while. I assume your life was treating you good, I hope.
Oh yeah, life was fine.
That's good. That's good.
When sadness happens, Chris just disappears for a while, then he reappears.
Oh, well, shit! I'm sorry to hear you were feeling such a way. I'm only a hop, skip, and a jump away. Give a phone call, man.
Oh,
More than happy to always
appreciate it.
Social media blackout.
I have ears, man. I got ears. They listen well, except for to my wife. Just ask her; she'll tell you.
Buttram, stop showing off that you make money.
Yeah, Buttram. Not all of us can be cool like you and make money.
I'm married. I don't have money anymore.
Yeah, I gave up on this money.
Do if you try hard enough.
Well, not if she knows about it.
I get slipped sometimes $50 or $150 under the radar, but I have to make sure that she's able to buy something too for that price.
Yep. That's usually how it works. If I get that kind of money, she gets that kind of money. Okay. Now there is 2 really thin little hangy danglies that you guys can't see because they're so super duper thin. But there is one wrapped coil now. with copper wire.
That was 30 meters.
That was 30 meters. Well, no,
Yeah,
it was
they're gonna-
it was 40 meters. You leave 30 centimeters start and finish. So
Well,
That
Or-
thing has
sorry, not
40 meters of
not
foil
40.
on it.
I'm sorry, four.
now
Okay.
you know, Dan,
So-
they're going to criticize your winding too. So
It says in the directions, winding is not, or neatness is not a thing, as long as you keep the wire within the indentions. So anybody who wants to criticize my winding can also kiss my backside because I
well,
did it.
that's what I'm
according to
saying.
the
You
rules.
have to say that. Say don't judge my winding, assholes.
Well, that's what I will say when I make the video. I'll be
There's
like,
no
and just
winding about it.
yeah,
Yes.
just- I'll be like, keep your winding to yourself because I did it according to the directions.
Wind on, wind off.
Yeah, wind
Doesn't
off,
that copper
wind.
wiring need like a coating or something on it?
No.
Put glue
Wind by
here,
something.
push and twist spider into position. So now I have to glue around the neck area. And if anybody's wondering,
there it is, Dan.
oh, there it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Mac, it wouldn't be a stream without at least one comment, buddy. Got to get at least one in there.
He's gonna kiss your front side while holding a certain bag that he owns.
Ah, yes, a bag of. I like to call them extramarital aids.
Or non-marital aids.
Yeah, or for the lonelies, the non-marital aids. Yeah. I'm getting a kick out of this, and I will tell you that so far this Gorilla Glue seems like it's working just as good as the AliExpress stuff that Paul was recommending. So, if anybody down the road when you guys go to do this, if you guys decide to do this, I will highly recommend. So far, anyway, we'll see in the end, but so far, that's the stuff. The Gorilla, the Gorilla Clear Grip.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I got to fix my wife's fountain on the outside this morning. So
Yeah.
that
Hey,
was my highlight. I should have just made a nice boring YouTube video of fixing the fountain.
You should. Everything is better with a boring YouTube video.
Yes.
Not the way I
Like,
do it.
like I was going to say right now, if you guys want, somebody go hit up the Twitter sphere and tell Mr. Joel Telling that I'm currently making one of these speakers live on stream, and drop the link and see if he pops in to say hi while I make a speaker.
Aw.
He's pretty excited about these. I'll be honest with you. He's pretty active with Paul back and forth lately about these things. So you never know. We might get to piss off Tripod again and have Mr. Joel Telling come hang out on Chris's stream as well. So he'll be on Chris's stream, he'll be on my stream, and then Tripod will be all sorts of butthurt yet again.
Well, then we got to get him on my stream. I've only streamed once.
And then Llama's stream.
Yeah, we get him on Llama stream.
Get him on.
We'll tell Joel too. Everybody remember too. Everybody go and tweet Joel and tell him to come check out the stream. But then also and don't ever go to Tripod's garage.
Anti-tripod streaming.
Rude.
If I ask Dan, I say, hey, is tripod on? Okay, I'll hop on now. He's
There
not
he
there.
is.
What's up, Dave?
Look at Dave.
Oh, hey, that's a different
Hey,
background
what's up,
for
Dave?
Dave.
It's the sexiest man in PLA. How you doing?
That's
I
Dave?
think that's a virtual background. Is that a
That is
virtual
a pretty
background?
cool background.
Sadly, it's a real background. It's my house.
Yeah, because we're
Put a
used
view
to seeing
into
you
the
running around.
Okay, Dave, you say sadly, but look at my background.
Yeah, look at mine.
Do you see that my kitchen has more electronics in it than it has food?
That's a good thing, though.
Well,
Right?
that's yeah.
That's the way
nothing.
it should be.
Yeah.
Who needs to eat when you have electronics?
That's true. Get it all in.
All right, Hubert, where are you at now?
No,
Didn't work?
it doesn't load.
No.
And
All right.
I know why, because that card reader is switched off.
The what?
The card reader can be turned off, can be disabled in the firmware, and
Yeah,
that's the
and
default setting. My first compile was wrong.
Uh-oh.
So it's enabled now, right?
No,
You
no, it
didn't
doesn't
enable-
rename the bin file to current, so it doesn't load it.
Wow.
Hmm.
Lost.
That's That's the challenge.
Every
Neil,
day. Every day is a
Sure.
challenge.
Is there a way to do a factory reset on those?
That's what I've been looking for, and I can't find it. Justin, have you seen something like that? The factory
Oh.
reset?
Hold on. Where you got the turbo, right?
Yeah.
Let me check.
Dave, how's all your fun stuff going? Pretty good.
Pretty solid, Dave. How are we, sir?
Doing good. How are you guys doing?
Good, sir. How's that fluorescent brown coming?
Well,
Oh,
you
Dave,
still got the other ones.
Dave, don't
Brown's
send
just
two
harder.
rolls of free filament with my order of airheads, by the way. Like I order airheads and I can get rolls of filament for free.
Hubert, have
There
you
you go.
tested USB connection to that scare?
But
Flashing over USB. Have you tried that?
Not tried that. Bruce, I can do that, huh?
Yeah,
me
because
try.
that's your only other option, as far as I know.
Chris,
Bruce,
I was
the
gonna
only
say,
option that can do that.
Chris, if you want to get in and actually chat, you can dump me out to the green room so you guys can come in and talk if you want to, compare notes.
I'm actually probably going to bolt anyway, so.
Llama's got to get prepared for tomorrow, man. I need somebody to watch in the morning. I need my background noise. I need my
Yeah, it's
llama.
hard for me to join llamas in the morning because usually I'm back-to-back meetings.
Yeah, I'm
Going
usually.
bed.
I can watch llamas in the morning as long as there's nobody bothering me in my office.
Well, we're supposed to be doing the whole 3D printing thing tomorrow with design thing, I should say, with
Yeah.
Tanner
Tanner
tomorrow,
and,
but we really haven't hashed it out, and he's been busy, so I haven't been harassing him, and I've been busy, so I don't think.
well,
we're gonna-
that's all right. I'm sitting in the room with a guy I'm supposed to partner with on a weekly or bi-weekly or bi-monthly, or whatever the hell it is, stream. And he and I still have yet to sit down and actually talk about what the hell we want to do and how the hell we're going to go
Well,
about it.
this weekend, I'm finally not doing any fucking yard work. It's been 4 weekends in a row. So
Cheese
There you
it.
go.
I need to get back to my pale self. I
Litter
look kind of pale
or-
here, but
Yeah, you got to quit getting sunlight on you, man. I'm starting to forget who you are. You don't look the same.
yeah.
You know?
I gotta get a hold of Tanner and see if he even still wants to do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Might be Wednesday.
Okay, now this says to let the assembly dry for 2 to 3 hours, so that the contact adhesive gets adhesive to grip nicely. There we go. So,
Almost looked like Justin punched himself in the chin when he pulled the tape off.
Right.
Ah.
That would have been okay. It would have been hilarious. So.
It would have been funny on our end.
Right?
Yeah, Hubert.
It would have been funny on
When you try to access through a USB, just make sure your jumper is over and no power to the
Three.
board.
this kind of sucks, man. I'm impatient. I really should have, while I had the copper wire and everything, I was waiting for the magnets. I really should have glued this so it would have been set and ready to go. Because now it looks like it's going to sit here for 2 to 3 hours till the adhesive sets up nicely.
I got
Where do you get the
actually
copper
had
wire?
speaker winding wire. So
I was gonna say that's not regular standard copper wire because it's got to have a micro thin coating or something on it.
Yep.
So
Boom. There you go.
oh yeah.
It's kind of hard to see, but it's Remington is the company. And to be honest with you, this is supposed to be 700.
Oh, yeah?
And
I got you
forget.
beat.
Yeah. Oh, look at you with the
very nice.
multicolor.
Look
Like
at
the
that.
one
Look at the brand.
Oh, Radio Shack even.
oh no way!
Yeah. So
Yeah,
That's 100 years old.
what's the gauge on those?
It's
Tripod, I got a
26.
timeout.
So you got to go thinner.
Well, it depends on for what type of speaker, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what was that? Hubert?
Excuse me, getting a timeout error, so I'm using the wrong bitrate.
Oh, so
And
100 or 11,000.
Yeah. The
Well,
yeah.
11 is
What?
1150.
11.
Oh well, yeah. For
Yeah, you can try
Chris,
the
25,000 or 250,000.
250,000.
Mhm.
It is.
Yeah, there you go. 11,
Hold on.
11, 1,
Use-
5, 200.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hold on,
115, 200.
Option.
So, Dave, what you working on, man? You look like you're deep in thought.
He is.
I'm doing the non 3D printing thing tonight.
Ah,
That's
you're.
it.
Ooh,
Wow.
nice.
Is that an Atari? Wait, what is that?
That's
Yeah.
a
Outdoor,
right?
Is that Amiga? What is that?
That is an Amiga.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Man, I see. I'm showing my skills.
Yeah.
And
So
for
you're-
tonight,
Yes. Ooh, is
I
that
am swapping out the floppy drive
for USB?
for USB drive. So I reflashed all the firmware for it, so it's working
Nice.
and it boots up now.
That
Yeah,
is
I'm still-
awesome.
I'm still working on that bad boy right there.
Ah,
his
My-
his $600, $110
Solder
Box.
rework station.
that looks like it went through a demo derby on the hood of the car. When
Yeah, you
got
just
it.
see that video right at the beginning. That box. I'm surprised this thing wasn't shattered in pieces.
Yeah, that box was mangled pretty bad. And the best part was that lady's like, "Oh yeah, I sent it to you. I don't know why it's delayed."
Well, actually, there was a USPS opened it.
Oh yeah, because they thought she was shipping
Yeah.
a box.
So in
They
the
thought-
paperwork, there was a couple notes in there from them because she tried to get away with a lesser charge. So
Nice.
yeah, because the type of products that she was selling, this wasn't this. I don't know if they scanned it and figured nope, this wasn't what you were selling.
Yeah, go figure, right?
Oh, people do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, people do the darndest things, don't they?
They
Yeah.
do things since when?
I heard they do. I don't know how true it is.
Right. At my work, they don't do things. They sit around, play on their cell phones.
What's work? Isn't that where you go to socialize and get paid for it, right?
Socialize, hire all your friends.
I want to work for Printed Solid, but I can't get them to move to Illinois.
Yeah, he
think
wants
all
to.
of us want to-
than me to move the extrusion line.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, like I said, Dave, I ain't even kidding, man. If I didn't have the kids and all that stuff, I'd pack up, move out there too, you just to come work for you because it's a industry I enjoy.
Yeah,
Of course,
me too.
again, once you take the industry you enjoy and turn it into a job, it no longer becomes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give it 6 months, and I promise you, I will make you hate this industry.
Hey, Hubert, share your screen, buddy.
Yes.
Share your
Sorry?
screen. Share your screen.
I can't because I'm working on a Windows box, but can't get this channel StreamYard running on Windows.
You just
Uh,
go. It's in the web
It
browser.
sounds like Hubert doesn't want our help.
He does.
yeah, I do.
He doesn't want our help. He wants us to watch him suffer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I know that feeling.
Okay, we do the ultimate Windows thing. I'll reboot the whole kachang. See if that helps.
Get the
Hubert,
sledgehammer.
we have a weird sense of humor, so I hope we don't bother you, sir.
He's used to our nightly Zoom calls that we've been doing for the last 2 months.
Ah,
around a bit.
He's used to it.
He's into struggle porn.
Okay then.
he's got a better sense of humor than Llama.
Everybody has a better sense of humor.
Llama's everybody's favorite.
Favorite.
No.
Llama, we all love you
No.
for different reasons, but we all love you.
You love to hate me.
No.
I'm into the struggle.
However, sometimes I wonder if you have Everlast written across your chest. Some people will get that reference, some people will not.
Oh, to use this box.
If you've ever seen a giant punching bag, they have Everlast is a company that makes them.
Yeah.
And it's usually a big stripe right across the center of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like your little punching bag, Llama.
Here's a roll of Protoplasta carbon fiber that the spool kind of, failed. Very hard to re-spool. Almost impossible, actually.
No, just 3D print a spool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably should do that.
Hard. I have like a dozen different designs. That you can
Yeah,
read.
Llama is good for 3D printing spools.
Right.
I have auto winders where you put it on a drum and it winds it right up.
Oh, very nice.
So we're usually
Okay.
halfway into it.
Dan, your workspace.
Yeah.
You could take a nap on the bed too in there.
Oh, you like that? Yeah, the big old king size bed that I got sitting in there. Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
like you
actually-
just plop right
Yeah.
down.
Part of me is wanting to be a smartass and actually like put that in there so when I film videos, I can be like, "Welcome to the Love Lounge with Dr. Dan.
You
Today
just-
we're gonna make," and then like I'll spread the parts out on the bed and I'll just like kind of roll around on it.
No, you can have the platform spinning.
No, please don't. That's just creeping me out. Just thinking about it. Oh crap!
Llama's like, "I will never watch another one of your videos again."
Oh no, I won't.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
man.
know about getting rid of the overhead garage door.
Actually, what I've done is okay. While you guys are here, and some of you have seen the video and know, what I've actually decided is I've shrunk the size of the office. I'm leaving a little bit of space in front of what would be my office. So I moved the motorcycle over there. I'm going to keep the garage door. I'm going to have that, but I'm walling off. Basically, I'm just adding 2 walls inside the garage, tucking it back. It'll be a 9 foot. It'll be 9 foot wide by 13 foot deep. Is going to be the office space. I'm just going to put an exterior garage door in the garage, or an exterior.
Yeah, you got just frame. You got frame a room in the garage.
Yeah, I'm framing out a room in the garage, and because my garage is not insulated or anything like that, I'm going to be insulating this room. I'm going to be putting an exterior door on it so that this way I can keep the heat in the winter and keep the cold air in.
Oh, mine's
the
mine's insulated, and oh my god, it doesn't matter. You need a heater.
Well,
So,
and
it's
but
bad.
that's the thing. I'm going to have a heater out there, and I'm going to get a window air conditioning unit and put the window AC unit in. If you look in the video in the back there, on the back of the wall, there was a window. That window is big enough for me to get. There are AC units that will fit in there. So I'm just going to get one. I'm going to actually pop that out because it's just plexiglass. I'm going to drop an AC unit, the biggest one that'll fit through the hole, and then frame up the rest of it, caulk around it, seal it.
That's what I should do with this window here.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going
If
to do
I
for
run the AC and I run my printer, I won't.
Yeah, you need the
That's-
extra help.
Yeah, I need to run another. I want to do a sub panel in here
Yeah, you need that
because
extra
that's
help
actually
to
where
help.
the CNC and everything is. You can see the printer right there. But
Yeah. Yeah, Llama and I were talking about that today on his stream, and what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm going to end up, like he was saying, on that outer wall. I'll probably just glue on some like 2-inch foam board for the outer wall, and then either paint over it and just I'm not going to hang anything off. Or if I decide to hang something off of it, I can always just like put in basically make like a little 2x2. Just a wall to mount off of because I'm not going to really hang any shelves or anything off of it. It's going to be more or less just
Yeah, use that for desk space. So you just button the desk up.
yeah, I'm just going to butt like the desk up against it, and then if I have like a work area to like do my builds and stuff, I'll do those. I'll push that table up against that wall and work off of that wall, and then on the
you'd
other
be amazed
wall.
how fast you can run out of room.
Oh no, I know. I already know. I'm already telling myself that what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up. And I know you say you say leave the garage door and insulate it.
Well, it's convenient.
But the
Okay,
thing is,
so-
for me, it's a 2-car garage. So I've already got a whole nother bay on the other side of the garage that's got a door and everything. So he's back.
Hey,
Oh,
Hey,
look what he's got.
Look at Llama Loop.
sponsored by Llama.
Yeah.
I already ate my
Hey,
Honolulu.
You know what, Dave? You should actually get a hold of, what is that, Kellogg that makes those, right, Chris?
Yep.
You should get a hold of like Kellogg and see about maybe keeping those. And like when people put in like an order of say like $100 or more, or $1,000 or more, $500, whatever, you throw it, they get a free box of llama loops with every order over $200 or something, you know. Or you can do the free shipping, and then for like $250 or $300, then you throw in a box of llama loops. You know, you got to get them to spend that money.
Got to spend some money.
Exactly. Them llama loops ain't cheap, you know.
That's right.
I agree with Dr. Jack.
You know,
Junk store.
Walmart.
Big purse equals more junk stored. Exactly. That is true, Dr. Jekyll. That's why I'm going with a 9x13 for right now, so that I'll actually utilize the space to the best of my ability. And then if I in the future find that I did do the stupid mistake and pack my purse, well, then I'll just cut the seam and make it bigger, and then I'll just take up that whole side of the garage.
I got a question for you. What happened to that column where there's a big hole in the floor?
That hole in the floor is a wet stall. There's a drain there.
Oh, it looked like an old column pocket.
Yeah. No, it's a drain for, because
you're talking about in between the two garage doors, right, Llama?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's like, yeah, but
no, on the floor there was.
When you look at the floor and you look over it, it literally looks like there was an old column pocket in there.
Yeah, because you said the same thing. Oh, someone that said that you have a big crack in the floor or something.
Yeah, well, the floor is deteriorating. It was really poor.
Yeah, I've got to get the hey Llama.
It's bad concrete.
Yeah,
I got it. I was gonna say you could get the concrete resurfacer, but that you're only extending the life by a few years if you.
But that's really all I care about, to be honest with you. I don't expect to be out there forever. I'm only doing this as a kind of like a temporary thing because, you know.
Yeah, you think.
I need to make these of you, Chris.
I'm thinking that I'm only going to be out there for a few years, but with wife and children.
Hey, Chris, it looks like such a small bowl, man. It looks like you're just like eating a.
That's a small bowl, big beard.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's tiny little llama loops.
So Dan, there's nothing wrong with a self-leveler concrete repair on there, since you're not, as long as you're not dragging any heavy equipment, it'll last you a really long time.
Yeah, I actually had a thought, because there's this guy I know. He's got a channel that's dedicated to all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking that maybe I could get him to take a 2-hour trip south to come down and hang out.
Oh, the guy that
maybe he could film a video for his channel, and in return I can get some free labor out the deal, because he's going to make like $13 off that video over the next 6 months.
I heard he makes bank.
Yeah,
it's amazing how much this guy knows, but he does his videos are shit.
Big head and a tiny bowl.
I just you know.
Loops.
Well, like my daughters have always said to me is like, man, you know a lot about little.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I just like reading his shit. You know, like when David panned over. Oh, you can tell that was Amiga. I mean, it was, you know, I still got ordered a power adapter for my Atari XE. I want to reborn that in the garage, but the problem is, man, you know, hooking that and the Nintendo 64 up to a regular 1080p or higher resolution display just looks like shit. You need a nice CRT monitor. You know, you need like just a old school.
Get a hold of Red Light. Red Light gets all that jazz. Remember, he's a recycler, so if Red Light's in here, hit him up.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about just building myself a main box, just shove it in the corner.
Yeah, you can build yourself a main
just
box.
do a switch. Switch. You know, I could switch over to a classic console if I want to, or
Hey,
an emulator.
Just gonna throw this out there. If you decide you need a really big NES controller, I know a guy who can make you one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I still prefer the. You know, I could never play Street Fighter 2 on a joystick controller. It always had to be. I always got my ass handed to me at the arcades, but I could just dominate just with the regular joystick. You know, the console gamepad.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine playing on a 4-foot by 8-foot like NES controller? Just thrown out there. I know a guy who might be able to make you one. He might. He does charge a premium though. His time is not cheap. He is worth every penny. I hear. I hear there was a.
I'm not cheap. Even though I act like it, but you know.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and
I
germs.
still. You're heading out, sir.
I'm heading out. Let Hubert back in because he needs some more help.
Yeah, he's probably powered up on his other box by now to help with.
Yeah.
There's
$20.
Yeah,
he's there, but there's no video.
There's no video. Okay.
I got a.
Yeah.
Nope. My video doesn't want to come on the Windows box.
Greg Navitz.
It doesn't like my Logitech camera. And I rebooted. What can I say? It's not a Mac.
Thanks for letting me hang, guys. I'll see you on the next one. And Hubert, I'm sure they'll get you figured out. We'll see you in the Zoom when I see you.
Yeah.
All right, Justin. have
When I
fun
did my
with that.
video for the Big Tree Tech one for the, people were like, "Why didn't Tripod do one for the Mac too?"
Right.
You know what? Because I hate Macs. So
Yep, I give you
It's
that.
all in what I use. I make videos for people based on the products I use. If those people are
Yep.
using the same product, more power to them.
I'm sorry. You know what? Learn how to use, VS Code on a Mac. So you should be able to follow along on a PC.
Yep.
Yeah, and Atom is Atom, and VS Code is VS Code, but they're very similar in every way. So, realistically, if you're looking at it on VS Code and you're looking at it on
I mean, I do.
Atom,
I have a Touch Bar Mac as well, but I still prefer my
it's
HP.
not cheap, but $20 is $20.
I mean, I honestly I just prefer Windows. I mean, I use Mac a lot, but when it comes to I feel more comfortable in VS Code on a Windows machine and just navigating around with the OS and
Yeah.
File Explorer versus Safari versus whatever it is on
Yeah,
Mac.
Dave, is that how you came up with your pricing structure for the filament? Because you did the old $20 is $20 like gag, and you just said, "I'm going to make it $20."
Actually, I took it and I said, all right, well, standard margin is blank, and that's not going to work for me, so I'm just going to cut it down until it matches the price of like a Hatchbox bowl.
Nice. And then you did that, and Hatchbox thought their stuff was worth about another $5 more than it was.
Yeah.
They raised their price because they're dicks. But that's a good thing, because that means I found you, I fell in love with your stuff, and now I buy yours.
Yep.
So,
it's
yeah,
3 kilos back.
Yeah, Hatchbox done shot themselves in the foot there.
Yeah, I mean they couldn't keep up with the competition, so
Right.
Ooh.
they
That's
just
why
think they're
I'm-
bigger.
I
All
pimped
right, you
the
guys
shit
have a
out
good
of
one.
I pimped the shit out of my Jesse PLA. When everybody asks what I use for PLA anymore, I tell them, go to Printed Solids, buy some from Dave.
I buy mine from John.
Yeah, John Q Public.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with
John
Denzel
Q. Public.
Washington.
Yeah, because everyone knows that Chris gets everything for free. Oh, it's filming it for free.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
all of it.
All of it.
All of it. Dave,
Especially the
Dave
Atomic
sends it.
CFBTG when,
Yeah.
that was my favorite because someone posted on Facebook like, "Do you just get this stuff for free? Is that the only reason why you ever share Atomic Filament?" And I'm like, "Here's my last 3 orders. Like,
Yeah.
fuck off."
Yeah, it was like close to like $90 or something, or for
It's like, yeah, here's
$290.
It was $190.
oh, was it? I just remembered the 90 in there. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
normally get 4 rolls at a time because that's good for 8 printer orders. And then they just kept coming, so I kept.
well, I need to upgrade my freaking nozzle and hot end. So.
Dave
I
has
have,
one of those.
I have a few of those.
Dave might be able to hook you up. I mean, you
Yeah,
can pay
yes.
retail, but still.
Yeah,
you
you
can
still
hook
pay
up.
retail, but you know what?
Oh, no,
They
I
ship it
rather
to you for free if it's over $50.
You know what Steve carries it
45, come on now.
And our
Oh, is it back down to 25?
45.
Oh, 45.
45.
I can't count.
Yeah.
Where are you located, Dave? Where's this?
Newark, Delaware.
Okay.
No, Rockford, Illinois.
Yeah. Hey, how long does it usually take to get to you, Chris?
2 days.
Yeah,
if it's
2 days.
priority. If it's not priority, it's 3 to 4.
Well, I'm only an hour east of him, so
Yeah,
well,
you
it ended up in the Chicago hub, so you'd probably get it faster than mine. Mine ends up at the Chicago hub, then the Rockford hub. Or actually,
And
no, it ends
my-
up in the Fort. The one with the F.
I
It
don't
depends.
Yeah,
There's
we're-
that hub that's kind of like in the burbs.
Yeah.
all I know is I
We're 1
order
to 2
in
days.
2 to 3 days, and it's here
Yep.
at the latest. But yeah, normally about 2
Ordered,
days.
ordered Friday night, and I got them today.
Well, you live in Connecticut.
All right.
Yeah.
So I
I'm
said,
on-
let me take a look. I was planning to order some stuff anyway, so why not just order?
Yeah, printed solid. Go there and look for Jesse. You want the Jesse?
No, I know. Jesse's all on his site.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of stuff. You want Jesse?
Want me some Jesse?
He
Okay,
does-
I need
He
a
doesn't
slice of
sell
parts.
just his own filament. Bear that in mind.
He does
But
have
you
that
want to buy his filament.
Ninja Flex that went up to some ridiculous price after.
Because
Yeah.
didn't you name it after your dog, Jesse, or something?
That
or
is
daughter? What's that? Okay, yeah, because on the History Channel, when you for Mars, the Snickers bar was after their horse, so named Snickers.
And Coke was named after cocaine, their
Yeah.
child.
There, yeah.
All right,
Well,
what we
I-
got here?
Ever on that damn name, and then I went, wait a minute.
What do we got here?
Okay, so the adhesive is holding. The question is, do I break out the soldering iron?
No.
Chop up a USB cable, chop up a pair of headphones, and solder this tonight and test it.
Yeah,
with
be
some-
careful which headphones because you may not be able to solder depending what type of wire it is.
Oh, I know. But I'm thinking, do I give it a whirl and we see if I can make that work? And then if so, I can play some, no copyright sounds so that we don't get a strike for Mr.
Well, yeah, just
Speed Up.
download something from YouTube Studio.
Yeah.
I bought like a dozen like instrumental things so I don't get hit with freaking royalty fees and shit.
Look at you.
All right, what we got here? Slice.
Here.
What do we get?
So do you guys want to see something nerdy that I did?
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, I'll go overly nerdy. Hopefully the microphone will pick it up. So here's the little drive that I installed. And what I did is I went the extra mile and, darn it, where did I throw the extra ones? I found a firmware that uses, come on, I can't believe I can't find.
Hey,
Oh,
Lark,
I
I'm there,
found a
Chris.
firmware that uses piezoelectric little speaker that I've
Nice.
taped to the bottom of the case. And let's see if you can hear it. Give it a second. Don't know if you could hear that or not, but
I
that
heard
little
it
speaker,
sound like a disk drive spinning or something.
that's exactly what it is. They put into the firmware an emulator for it seeking tracks and initializing the drive.
Nice.
The old floppy disk drive sound.
So
Nice.
it was a firmware hack, and all you had to do was tape a little piezoelectric speaker inside of the box.
Yeah, look at those chips on that board, man.
I know, aren't they massive?
So I got me a few extra piezos here.
You think?
Yeah. Hey, what kind of expansion side is on your left? I never owned I had an Atari XE computer and the video console. I never had the Amiga. Yeah, what kind of expansion slot is that?
So that's what they literally refer to as the Amiga expansion slot, which basically was an ISA slot that directly accessed the whole motherboard.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So they had a lot of upgrades. So you could pop a hard drive in there. You could pop pretty much anything.
Well,
But
I remember when they were going to offer the cheapest CD-ROM in the market, and it took them like 3 years to come out with it, or 2 years.
So what they have is the real slot was the one that you reached from underneath. And most people end up just putting a 512K adapter in there, a RAM upgrade, which were these.
Holy shit!
and I gave you 512K and a real-time clock. So that's where the battery is.
Yeah.
I pulled it out because the battery for all the years is leaking now, so I have to replace the battery in there.
Oh, I see another expansion slot to the left, the big one.
This one?
Yeah.
That's the same one I was pointing out there. That's that one from there.
Oh no, I saw the small. Oh, okay. I only saw part of it. Okay.
So that's the one that everyone really uses. This one was primarily for like plugging in hard drives, CD-ROM drives were the big things for it. There were a couple of accelerators made for it. My favorite is that the chip's called a Fat Agnes.
Fat Agnes. Nice.
Oh, Bob Carnes is offering a battery if you need it. He'll send it to you.
Oh, I
Yep.
got some batteries going. So, but thank you, Bob.
Yeah,
Now,
Bob's good.
Can I
with
tell
it.
you an Amiga funny story?
Yes.
So, most of the chips, I used to work for an Amiga dealership. That was my first job. So, I'm a little fanboy. But the rumor mill has it that the Fat Agnes chip probably has the best set of rumor mills around it. It was originally called the Agnes chip. Then they had to upgrade it. However, apparently all of these chips inside of it were named after the husband and wives of the original developers. That was the rumor.
Oh, Jesus.
And apparently Agnes did not like the chip being named after her. There was a divorce. And so the next chip was called Fat Agnes. Then when the Amiga 3000 came out, they had another upgrade for it. The rumor is that she sued her husband over it. So they called it the Fatter Agnes. And then on the 4000, it became the Obese Agnes. That's the Amiga rumor.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I just always remember having a competition with a coworker of mine that, I used to dabble in 3D animation on a PC, and he said there's no way that it could beat his Amiga in 3D animation. So I came in with mine, and he was like, "Well, okay, you may win this time." Like at the time, the Amiga was gone. It still had a huge loyalty and following, but it was out of business. So it was
Amiga stuck around.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Amiga installed in places probably until like the mid 2000s, and they went out of business in '94.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I remember the old Amiga cash registers.
Yep. They were one of the few. I mean, they were built for television, so they were everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really thought about it, that was Atari's bread and butter after the consoles were after their last console, the Jaguar, tanked. They really had nowhere to go but the Amiga.
Yep.
So,
Oh, the
and
console
it's so
wars.
funny because the Atari fanboys were are just as passionate as the Amiga fanboys.
well, now they have that Vaporware console that's never coming out. So the VCS.
The vaporware. They're never going to happen where?
Fix
You mean the
Vaporware.
emulator ware that's out for the Atari for the 800 series?
I didn't even know Atari still existed. I thought they went under.
Well, there's a whole underground culture for the old people now.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do at home.
Yeah. I mean, there's all the emulators, but then there's people like me that just sit there and go, okay, emulation is not the same thing.
No.
Well, Chris would tell you that he couldn't play some emulations. So when he was on one stream,
You mean Tim
Yeah.
or Chris?
The worst thing I had to do so far is
I'm confused.
because it's really hard to find a 15 megahertz monitor these days. So had to do a board upgrade to put it up to a scan doubler to get HDMI out on it. So another like 320 by 200 graphics scaled up to HDMI.
well, I mean, a lot of us are kicking ourselves in the ass for not saving some old CRTs. So
Put a bid
I
in
have
for
one.
a beautiful 1084S monitor. It was well over $400 for a 12-inch monitor.
yeah, I mean, it's amazing that I always say to when someone asks me for a new laptop, and I said, "Hey, people paid to be retro." So,
Yep.
and I mean, because
Well, I gotta
Sally
wait
got a new
25
computer,
years.
I can't hear it. Sorry, you were not part of the CapEx for this year, Sally.
All I gotta do is wait 25 years. It'll be very valuable.
Oh yeah.
Or not.
Well, I'm still trying, like I said, find the power supply for my Atari XE. It's a special power supply for that.
Time to make it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like
That was the first thing I did before I powered up this sucker's. Atari had the same problem Amiga did. They built their power supply with no overvoltage protection, so the caps failed in them, and it would put direct voltage through and fry the boards. So you have to recap all the power supplies.
Sounds like an ANET.
Well, the Amigas didn't actually catch fire. So they're still slightly better than ANET.
They just weren't trying hard enough. All I know is someone made an ET game and it was horrible. Actually, it's not that bad of a game. It was just horrible, and they died.
Hey, ET game fresh in the box is like a $7,000 eBay sale.
Well, the problem is
I have the ET cart, but not fresh in the box.
Well,
Yeah, the cart's like $10, but if you have it in the box, it's like $7,000.
Yeah,
the
I
thing
got
is
mine for a lot less than that.
people didn't ever read the instructions that came with the game on how to play it. Once you built the communicator, but the thing is I bought mine secondhand, so all I got was a cartridge, so I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I was like, this is the lamest game ever.
It was a bad game because it didn't do anything the movie had to do. He was
they had
chased
they
by...
like 12 days or something. 12 days to make it.
Yeah, and
absolutely
they put the man who made some of the greatest games in charge of it. So again, licensing is a genius thing, but you gotta put the work in, and you can't do stupid stuff.
Oh, did it? I assume you guys watched the landfill footage when they actually
Yeah.
found some cart boxes while they were digging up.
Yeah, I mean, some of them looked great.
Yeah,
they actually survived.
Yeah, welcome to
I mean,
really
there was a lot of junk games for the Atari.
There's a lot of junk games for every system, especially now that it was digital.
Then the thing is, they could have had Nintendo, and they fucked that up. So,
well, that's what Nintendo did and became successful.
Nintendo could have had Sony PlayStation.
We have to get our approval.
Oh yeah,
too. The console wars is just messed up in general.
By the way, there's a really adorable a documentary on Netflix now of a guy that went around to try and get all 600 and some odd NES games in 30 days without using the internet.
Yeah, Medic, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, the landfill was found where they dumped all the ET games.
Yeah, they didn't find many.
No, it wasn't. It was. I bought my whole Atari for like secondhand, and almost none of them had instruction manuals for it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you didn't really need it for like Moon Patrol and some other side scrollers.
Yar's Revenge doesn't need an instruction.
Yeah.
It does. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Pong
doesn't need an instruction manual.
Centipede didn't. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of them that didn't need it. But man, I would get the cramp, the thumb cramp. Oh, that sucked. What is it? Karateka?
Oh man. All I know is that the Pac-Man for Atari sucked.
Oh, it was. It was nothing like the console.
But X-Man and Custer's Last Stand are amazing because that was the first console with X-rated games. And the history of X-rated games is an awesome history.
What about Leisure Suit Larry? Come on.
Not
Oh,
X-rated.
Leisure Suit Larry was awesome.
That was only M.
Larry. Oh my god, that was just so stupid.
Yeah.
It was fun. but it was.
You remember
stupid.
the PlayStation game that came out? That was a game show, and you'd see naked girls. The game got pulled because they didn't ask for any of the ages, and when the girls end up being 16,
Oh,
that
great.
yeah. So there's again, the history of that is just amazing to go through. Like, because again, making a game with nudity when the Atari came out is completely ridiculous because of all the rules and regulations and stuff. The fact that it came out is just mind-blowing.
Stroker.
Yeah, Stroker. The Guy game, that's what it was called. Yep, the Guy game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep,
it's not allowed to
had
be
them.
300 pixels.
I never had the
300 pixels.
PlayStation. I went for the Nintendo 64 instead.
I had both.
Yeah.
I had my
you
dad
know-
had a TI, the Texas Instruments computer games console. I can't remember what that
The
was.
TI-80?
I can't remember what it is.
Well, you had the
We
you had
have
the
it. It's upstairs.
you had the it started with an E,
Console.
didn't it?
No, it was
You had the Philips Magnavox one. Shit.
It's upstairs in the closet.
ColecoVision was the
No, it was shit. What was the name of the one from Philips Magnavox?
that
Do you
CD
have
thing,
Yeah.
CD Interactive or whatever they called it.
ColecoVision. God, I forgot all about ColecoVision.
ColecoVision's before Atari.
TI 99-4A, the Texas Instruments home computer. It came with an actual good version of Pac-Man and Burger Time.
There you
I
go.
have both.
Burger Time.
Burger Time's a great game. So is Root Beer Tapper. Again, a lot of these dumb games that I used to like just not play when I went to the arcade are actually really good games. Like
The CDI it was the CDI. It was from Philips.
yeah,
CDI console.
I have two
Yep.
buddies that are video game console collectors, and they have the complete. Not the complete because there's systems that weren't released or there's systems that had like beta units. They consider that part of the history, but they have every released system that was post I guess basically Atari and after. It's like the Magnavox system, the one of them has the Nintendo DD, the add-on for the 64.
Oh yeah, the DD. There's only like it was like a subscription service in Japan.
Yeah.
For when the DD came out.
Yeah, and they have because they even had the original Famicom had a subscription service, an online. The Famicom Super Famicom had an online subscription service. Those games finally were released and remastered.
Yeah, it's
You'd go online and download your game for the week, and you had like all week or all month to play the game, and then next episode would launch and you get a new game to play, and it'd be like an add-on levels for Zelda and stuff like that, and Mario. There's so much like history in that stuff. It's so cool.
yeah. A lot of my friends were on the PlayStation when I was on the Nintendo 64. They'd come over to my house and just plug in the cartridges. Like, man, I miss the cartridge games because you would just wait for that darn thing to load on the PlayStation. Loading time just sucked.
Oh, load times are horrible.
And
Again,
I always call it the pixel station or the loading station because
Yeah,
the graphics were not that great.
and the super loud intro.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean its saving grace was the fact it had the largest library, but also
and gory
was-
titles, gory
it
shoot 'em
did
ups.
it did have the
Resident
PG-13.
Evil. Yeah,
Yeah.
they had the Resident Evil series like right away, and
Resident
Yeah, it was-
Evil, Dino Crisis, which was also like the bloody same maker, same Capcom. Dino Crisis is kind of the same thing but with dinosaurs.
yeah, because when Resident Evil
We had
came to
Turok
Nintendo
on
64, it
N64.
sucked.
Yeah. Well, the controller was stupid. That's what made most N64 games very difficult to play because they opted for a wave controller with three areas, so you can't use the joystick and the directional pad at the same time, making most games unusable. That's why I liked the wrestling games, because they did a really good job of figuring out how to use the stupid controller.
There were, I bought, for what was it? What games were like Killer Instinct was like, I couldn't wait for that to come out. So, what I found was, besides GoldenEye, I thought that the South Park game was fucking hilarious.
Game was really good.
The dodgeball or whatever it was.
Perfect Dark was really good.
I never got into Perfect Dark as much because when I played GoldenEye for so long, just Perfect Dark didn't feel right.
It's not Splinter Cell. There was the other game that was based on the same Time Splitters.
Man, was awesome. I got literally every cartridge with every box that it came in, and all the manuals.
There are 3 totes of just video game stuff back in the corner over there. I've converted it all into a RetroPie, but over in that corner, I can still bust out one of my 3 SNESs in case one dies, one of my 3 N64s in case one dies. My original NES that I bought when I didn't buy it, my parents bought when I was a kid. And they got one of the versions that had the AV output, so you can use RCA jacks, or the little stupid RF adapter.
Yeah.
And it only came with Mario. It did not come with Mario Duck Hunt.
Yeah, so
which is like super rare.
What Michael was saying, I actually was super impressed what they did with Killer Instinct for the SNES. I did not think it was going to be as good. It was the characters were a hell of a lot smaller. But what they were able to pack in that Super Nintendo for Killer Instinct, I was pretty impressed as someone that was in.
We lost Llama. He said Rocketeer and then disappeared. Rocketeer on every system sucked because, again, games are made off of IP tend to be either completely horrible and I'm talking like 1 out of 100 are any good.
Top Gun was really hard. But
Top Gun was really hard, and it had nothing to do with the movie. It was just fucking flying and shooting stuff and landing your airplane on a
he clicked on the wrong window. But look at Batman was absolutely horrible for almost. And no, Superman. They could not make a good Superman game.
Of course, they can't make a super. The Wolverine game for the NES was really good. X-Men on the 6-player X-Men video game on the arcade was amazing.
Yeah.
The 2 monitors.
Yeah, you were like, it was like a upward scroll type game, right? Where you're like almost looking from above.
They made a side-scrolling one. They made a 6-player side-scroller. It was 2 32-inch monitors in the cabinet with 6-player max.
I thought there was one where you're kind of looking like almost on an angle and up.
That's a different game. I've only played the 2-player. They're the 6-player on that, and there's another 6-player arcade game. My buddy's an arcade collector, so it's
okay.
Looking at Dave's memory chips, I'm like, oh, look at those. I know those things because he buys them by the dozen and then flashes them himself, so he can get arcade cabs.
I never played Days of Thunder.
Are a pain in the ass to fix, by the way, because there are not components and nobody's like making new CRTs.
64-player Battlefield. What the hell? I don't recall that.
He's playing it on like the PC or something or.
Xbox. Well, yeah, I played Battlefield. I did we did the Desert Combat mod for ours.
Days of Thunder on NES. Oh my god. I mean,
yeah, it was
again, look at the NES and look at the IP stuff. Chippendale's Rescue Rangers works. It's a cartoon they made. Again, certain things work. If you do side scroll, I can't forget what they call them Metroidvania games, where it's side scroller, jump, move left and right. They work. Like Friday the 13th game, overly complicated for NES. It's okay, but then you look at games like that came out for the Sega Genesis, which was it's basically a spoof. I think Splatterhouse It's a spoof on Friday the 13th. They're just side scrollers, and it works perfect because you're just running around killing shit.
Man, I always like the power up spaceship side scrollers like Xanac.
Shmups. Yeah, shoot 'em ups. Good old
Yeah,
shmups.
the Xanac was like my favorite for NES.
Yeah, all I remember playing on PC, because again I was a '90s kid, was actual Half-Life multiplayer via LAN. Like you had to go to your friend's house and bring your PCs and all connect, and we'd play Half-Life multiplayer before there was Counter-Strike. Like, and Half-Life multiplayer is better than Counter-Strike. I don't care what anyone says, because yeah, it was just way better. Because the crossbow is awesome. Any weapon that shoots molten rods of rebar is awesome. It's just an awesome weapon. There's also a map that had a nuke. So very first game with interactive map where it'd kill everyone. So there was I can't remember the name of the map, but you would run to the center base and you'd wait, and eventually a button would drop down, and you can press the button, and then everyone gets a 30-second warning. If you're not in the building, a bomb will drop and kill everybody. But there's ways in, like the doors slowly close. So you kind of station and you try to block all the entrances, but there's also a rooftop entrance.
So yeah, Michael, I played the CompUSA would have those 3-disc Doom floppy, and my friend and I, we connected by 14.4 baud modems, and he just kicked my ass. I never played a first-person shooter before in my life, and all I saw was my dead corpses everywhere.
Mister, how can you be too old for LAN parties? Like, we had friends that were in their 30s come over to our LAN parties, and we were in high school. It just, if people had a computer that would work. Why does Dan look like a mad scientist right now? He just like, he's listening to the music coming out of his speaker, and he
didn't wait 3 hours for the glue to cure.
Age of the Empires was awesome. Command and Conquer was awesome. What's the space version of Command and Conquer that they had? All the Asian kids played it all the time. Were way better than us. Gosh, I can't. StarCraft. Michael with the StarCraft. Redneck Rampage was hilarious. Do you guys remember Carmageddon, the car killing game where you drove over people?
Yeah, I remember Crazy Taxi.
Well before Crazy Taxi. This was a PC game from like the 90s.
Because I remember
Master Command and Conquer.
Yeah, I had the Dreamcast.
Oh, dude,
didn't last very long.
I had a launch 9999 Dreamcast, and it still was the better system.
Well, you know what? It's like you had the interactive joystick. I thought that was pretty cool. But
I played Seaman. Good game. You talked in the microphone to teach the little thing how to grow and how to talk. The original Warcraft trilogy was insane. I'm glad I never got into a WoW. You'd probably never.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I never played it too. But that's when I was playing on Desert Combat, or the Battlefield with the Desert Combat overlay.
Yeah.
So everyone else was playing the WoW, and I wasn't. I was playing Battlefield. So
Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Okay, yeah, I was more of a Street Fighter 2 fan, and then once they got into the turbos and all this other shit, I kind of fell off because I was like,
Marvel.
There was something about the classic.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
I thought that was okay. It's just that first series. Once then you got into that Tekken and all that other weird shit that came out with Sega.
So I have a mono 3D printed speaker. It does work.
He had to change the subject here.
Yeah, in order to make it work, I just want to real quick say, in order to make it work, I had to cheat though, and I'm about to lop like a 25-foot audio cable to give me like a 6-foot cable now to solder on. But you had to cheat. I had to listen to you guys through it, so I had to take the headphones. I had to unplug my headset so I could just tap across the wires for the audio, and then I just took a set of lovely little help me out here, jumper wires with the pins on them, and just tapped him to it. So it worked great. You guys sounded pretty good. Every now and then, tripod was like, clipping her a little bit, but he's always been a.
Well, that's just me normally.
He's always kind of a loud mouth, so
I
So
should
right
bust
now-
out my Atari Lynx. I have like 40 games
the
for it.
Lynx. My buddy had the Lynx. That was a console I did not have. I did not.
I mean,
go
and the
back
thing is-
to Atari after my parents' 2600. I was always.
It literally
Nintendo,
was the best
Nintendo.
handheld console.
Yeah.
During its time, it's just no one wrote shit for it.
Well.
It was better. It came out like almost right when the Game Boy, not the Game Boy Color wasn't even out, and the Atari Lynx was out.
Yeah, I think it was Game Boy's big advantage was price and a huge library of games people were accustomed to. It was
And battery life. That you can play that fucker all day long.
And they made expansion packs to make it work. Here's this battery pack upgrade that holds 8 batteries.
It would make that fucking thing huge.
Oh yeah, with the screen magnifier. And
Oh yeah,
the light.
oh yeah,
because
the
it wasn't
screen
a backlit.
magnifier with the light, so I can light it up.
You have
Oh,
to
yeah.
have that.
Oh, then you get it for plug it into your NES or SNES. You could put your Game Boy on your TV.
Yeah, they
Yep.
made the SNES had the little Game Boy adapter. You can play
Yeah.
Game Boy and Game Boy Color games.
Yep.
The fun fact on that one, this is the coolest thing that ever came out. So, the Game Boy Advance had a Pac-Man game, and the GameCube had a Pac-Man game. So 3 players would play the 3 ghosts. Pac-Man would play on his Advance. You'd plug the Advance using an Advance adapter cable, and the ghosts only had a small range of vision, so they can see in certain areas. But Pac-Man would move around, and he's on the screen. He can see everything, and you're the ghosts in the game trying to kill Pac-Man. And it was one of the greatest concepts ever for a game. Like you're.
Well, that's the thing
completely-
that put Nintendo above everyone else was the concept of changing how people play a game.
Yeah.
When I was standing in
You
line
just
for
need
the
a shit ton of
Wii,
money to play a Nintendo.
yeah, I was like, oh, the Wii came out, but everyone was getting the
Hey.
PlayStation 3 too.
Um,
It's like, and the Wii just fucking dominated for
Come on,
years.
get downstairs. I'm saying, but do you know where the hell my helping hands went?
Helping hands.
Sorry, I'm yelling at the kids trying to figure out where my helping hands is. They
No, they're just hey, hurry up and move that mattress, damn it.
They are. They took it upstairs because the other a while back a friend spent the night. They never brought it back downstairs, and now my son is, he's
Yeah, they need to get that pot room running. Okay.
Yeah, they got to get their smoker's den up and running.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. There's I had the GameCube. It actually is still floating around the house. The daughter has it.
Yeah,
She has my old
GameCube's over
PS3
there.
and the GameCube.
I only have one of those because I still like playing a few GameCube games, and they're very hard to emulate on a Pi. They're very easy
Yeah.
to emulate on a good PC, and I never had a good PC until my Patreon awesomeness allowed me to buy the streaming
Yeah,
PC.
I have Patreon. I have $5 in it from one dude.
Nuts. It's probably
Was
Dan.
his name Chris Wakaki?
No. Kids have hands.
Well, I
They
don't. I
know
never
why it's Dan.
advertise. It's just on my about page. This is what it is. I do this when
I'm
I.
saying, man, like if you're into Nintendo, it is one of the most expensive, awesome. Because again, you had to own a GameCube, and you had to own a Game Boy Advance, and you had to get the adapter cable.
Mhm.
But again, if that took off, it would have been. There's a lot of cool games you could have done like that, like a spy versus spy game, and there's like. But again, these things never take off. Like people, I tell people about this game, and they're like, "There's an adapter to hook your Game Boy Advance up to your GameCube." I'm sitting like,
Oh, think about it. You could be like the mission control person on the Game Boy Advance. You could be doing like scenarios to the other people that they wouldn't know, or you could be like even the coach calling in plays for football or something.
Yeah.
Some stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Again,
they have great ideas. It's just everything's expensive. It's
and with the
kids couldn't. Whose parents bought them both a Game Boy Advance and a GameCube plus three controls? You had a fourth one
No.
and an adapter. That adapter wasn't cheap.
Never happened here, man.
Well, I mean, it's the Wii U was actually a really good console that never took off.
Yeah, their issue
Um,
was one, they only shipped that stupid controller first. You couldn't
Yep.
get the actual Pro Controller till later. But the Wii U Pro Controller is one of the best controllers ever made. The battery life is like weeks. It's ridiculous how long that battery lasts of constant play. Like, I use them for my RetroPies. Like, I charge them once, and 3 months later, they still have charge to play. Like, it's
Well, I saw that, you know, like they put the pad on the when they were doing the demo.
Yeah.
With golf, right? They put the pad on the floor with the golf ball. It showed a picture of the golf ball, and he took the Wii remote and he swung it like a club, and you saw the transition go right through the. I was like, it was just a great concept. You know, it was like, oh my god, it's like playing a game
expensive.
differently. I know. Oh my god, it was way overpriced. And
And then
you should
they were
never
gonna
name
sell
it the
those
Wii U.
handhelds. They were supposed to sell those handhelds, and they never did because nobody was buying the systems. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, I'm not spending $500 on the system plus spending another $150 per controller.
Oh,
If not
and the
more,
thing is, it
'cause
wasn't a capacitive touch or anything. It was,
No.
you know, it's
it was
you know,
a
I
bad
mean, people would want to have a capacitive touch screen. So
And that's where I wish the Switch would have gone. I wish the Switch
Yes.
is awesome. It's got touchscreen.
It's got your. It's got
It's a-
your.
and
You know,
good
I
controllers.
forget my Switch's touchscreen sometimes.
Yeah.
oh
I do
well,
all the
hey,
time.
I forget my Switches in the living room. I haven't played it in 6 months. So and then it's like I need to
I
get
have
Mortal
Animal Crossing,
Kombat
so I play
11 so I
every day.
can start playing again.
Hey, Bob.
Hi, Devin.
Oh, I can't picture having Mortal Kombat 11 on a 90-inch screen.
Yeah.
Finish him.
Jeez.
Well, and then I saw like all these, you know, on the Facebook feed of Mortal Kombat where they have RoboCop versus Terminator. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, that's
Jason
hilarious.
Voorhees is in that one. So
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, my favorite movie forever and ever. But man, it's just, again, you know, I wish they would have been like, let's make more easy multiplayer, like everyone connect. Like, I like that they did. I don't know if you saw some of the stuff you can do in Mario Party, where you can set the switches side by side, different
Yeah.
angles, then you can fight each other across the screens. That's really cool. But it's one game that does it. Again, this is like the Nintendo ideology. It's like they come up with these cool things, but no developer ever uses them.
Well, I was actually surprised when I was playing Zelda how long those Joy-Cons actually last.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Again,
I mean,
weeks. It's
It's
weeks.
ridiculous. I'm like, oh, I forgot to charge it. Oh, don't worry, I still got freaking 12 hours at least on this controller.
Where's
Yeah.
my Xbox One controller? Again, Xbox One controller is probably the best controller, but even their newest system that's coming out has not solved their fucking battery issues. Double A's are not an answer to a
Oh, I hate-
$100 controller.
Okay, when I run out, the battery, you know, the battery doesn't. Plus, it doesn't notify you early enough to me when the battery is weak. You know, it's like if I'm gonna do a gaming, yeah, I have the Xbox One Day One Launch Edition. So,
Yeah.
and it's like if I'm gonna go into a gaming session with it, I just replace the batteries right away. I don't even bother.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much power it has or anything. I just, you know, if
Yeah, I've
especially
got-
if you're doing online
I've got
gaming.
rechargeable double A's over here. You can buy the rechargeable pack, but for the price they're selling these things for,
You'd
Motherfucker
expect
should
the
co-
product to last for an entire gaming session.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's the
it needs
thing
to
is
come
that
with a battery.
I don't game like I used to, where it'd be like literally from. I'd be like on one of my favorite games was let's see, Call of Duty Black Ops Zombie Edition. I would
I've
just
never played
fucking, oh my god, it was the best. I got to like level with you would find someone finally like on PS3, which was really hard to actually play because you get all these kids that are just talking trash about your mom instead of playing the freaking game.
That's Microsoft for you.
Oh
Yeah.
that's PS3.
Same
Microsoft,
thing.
I found a better community than, to me, anyways. That people were actually willing to game and work as a unit versus not.
He said unit.
Yes,
First he said
And,
Judy, now he said unit.
but yeah, it's we got to like on the zombie mode up to like level 48, and that's like kind of unheard of.
Yeah, man. I used to love online gaming.
I haven't played online
But
gaming in
my passion for online gaming has waned incredibly after playing the second Call of Duty that was online.
the problem I have with it is the power ups. By the time I get the game, say if I'm like a week late, everyone has like fucking level 20 or higher guns, and I'm just getting freaking obliterated.
Well, my issue is, remember when there was that term noob tubing because it was the shotgun, it was the assault rifle with the grenade launcher attachment on it.
Oh, and you instantly die.
Yeah.
Right.
So I did that before it was a thing, and then they nerfed it, and then you go, okay, well, let's try this thing, and they're like, okay, I like this, and then they nerf it, and they continue to nerf things. Like, they're supposed to be a more powerful weapon. Like, they end up making the sniper rifle too good, and then they nerf the shotgun. Like, why is the sniper rifle instant kill and easy to aim, and the shotgun, when I'm standing right in front of them and I hit them, only takes half damage?
Yeah.
Like, if you hit someone in the chest with a shotgun, they should die.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Michael's right. In Black Ops Zombies, you are essentially like when you do the theater one.
Yeah.
The theater one is the only one that I could get that high up. Was almost level 50. Was because you get that pattern, but you needed people to run and not get caught by the zombies. So.
It's
they can't destroy it.
Father.
Oh,
Hi, Dad.
Where's the elliptical?
Howdy, Papa.
He's sitting on it right now.
Oh,
3D.
I just got off my elliptical. You missed it.
What?
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
It was an interesting one. He was just hopping around.
Yeah. Someone, when I was going to the gym, they wanted me to go on the elliptical. I'm like, how the heck am I going to first get on it? And then how am I going to move it? So,
Oh, that's easy.
So
I just literally got off the elliptical. So.
you look a little flushed, like you
Yeah.
worked a little bit there.
Yeah.
well, hopefully,
I finished-
Deb, you're feeling better meeting Princess.
Yeah, I'd needed to just take an hour to watch stupid shit on YouTube and just like lay on
You're
the
welcome.
floor with my cat.
Thanks. We feel
No, I
privileged.
actually wasn't watching the stream really. I was watching random stuff on YouTube. I needed to distance myself from like listening to people talk.
Hey,
Nice.
well, on a side note, Devin, I have a 3D printed speaker that works.
Nice.
I have 3D printed underwear, and I've never pooped it.
That would be
That's
awesome.
a very large format printer. Did you use what kind of material did you use?
TBU.
Llama loops.
I imagine you'd get a lot of
It's got
shaking.
glitter.
I got
glittery, glittery edible.
Get
3D
glitter in your
printed-
nether regions.
3D
get-
printed underwear. That's
That
gotta be
usually
a lot of
happens when you go to
poop.
the right strip club.
Yeah, you get glitter in your nethers.
If you go to the Isabella Queen, you can get a lot of glitter in your region. Danny, you've heard of the Isabella Queen, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
there was an old steamboat styled restaurant back in the day. Well, of course, it went out of business, and they converted it into a strip club.
A
And-
gentleman's establishment.
Yes, and in that city, in that county they're in, full nudity is allowed. In my city that I live
It is
in,
not.
there's no
What-
nudity allowed whatsoever. So it's only bikini bars. So when I was youthful and we were able to go up to the Wisconsin area to Beloit, we're like, oh my gosh, I heard that there's a full nude club in Beloit, and we all went, and we're
Yes.
like,
They walked
This is
in the door
interesting.
completely naked.
You're standing there going,
Yep.
So that's what they look like.
it was only
Understood.
$20 to get in. So they already got you before.
Which in $1985 was
4 million pesos.
Oh man.
Yeah, Yeah, so that's the story, and I'm sticking to it.
Wait,
Okey-dokey.
were the girls naked or were the patrons naked?
No, the girls.
Everyone.
Yes.
Everyone.
Yeah, and the
It was
Midwestern
just
classic
a
move.
giant naked boat.
See, what I've learned from talking to people all over the world is every strip club all over the world, they have different things. In the Midwest, the thing that we do is we make little towers. So we fold the dollar lengthwise. You'll set it either in your mustache or your mouth or behind your ear or
Behind the
in-
ear is a good one.
yeah, behind the ear, or like you'll set it on your pants, or you'll make a little. I used to make little towers, so I'd take the bills and stack them, so I'd
what I
make like a
thought.
pyramid, and they would
So
come
it was a
by.
pyramid scheme.
Yes, so they'd come by, spin
They
around,
shorted me.
spread the things in the center between the butt and the front, and they'd squat down and they'd try to pick up the whole tower.
Robbie Mack.
So
They tuck quarters and nickels, he says.
you would be the lead. Yeah, well, back in your day, a nickel was worth a lot. So.
Wow.
Ow.
Even
sound
the
like-
wooden ones.
Just swipe my card. Come here, butt cheek. Shh. Do you have stamps?
No, you don't swipe it. It's chip readers now.
Well,
you just insert it.
No, I just take my phone and I tap them on their chip.
Oh dear Lord.
Flick and stick. Yeah. We've definitely made it rain a few times. We definitely made it hail a few times. I definitely have done crazy things in my life.
Didn't
But I
you
don't
say
know
you
why.
once did something with Spider-Man?
Yeah. So I was at a New Year's Eve party in the 2000s, and we were all completely blasted, and my buddy decided he was going to dress up as Spider-Man for the whole day. I don't know. I guess it was like Halloween to him, and he had his girl, and then I went to get like my 50th beer, and I turn around, and there's his door opens. He goes, "Hey, you want in?" And there's the girl on the bed, and there's him dressed up as Spider-Man. I'm like, I guess I'm in. So
Welcome to the party.
as always, there's rules. There's no eye contact, no touching each other, and just everyone pick a hole and you stick to it.
Literally.
Literally, and then you leave when you're done. They can stay together. So don't miss $11 pictures at the strip club. You must be lucky, man. Like I've been to places where it was like $11 for the beer. Like,
And a lot of the places around me are BYOB.
yeah, we had one like that. They went out of business. So when I was in college, about 20 minutes from my college was Heartbreakers, which was a BYOB strip club.
Yep.
So-
Know that place very well.
We would go there to see if we recognized anyone from school, because they did have college tryouts.
They had amateur night, and
did.
amateur night was always girls needing to pay tuition. I mean, yeah. I do know that one evening I went there. They had a lady from the adult film industry that was the premier. She was the headliner for the night, and it happened to be that we
Nothing like
ventured
Rockford,
down.
man. We had Bridget the Midget come to Rockford twice.
Bridget.
See, Brian thought that he was going to join in on 3D printing shit. He didn't know that he was going to be.
What did I walk into?
A strip club. Did you bring your $20?
Brian again.
Yeah, we go
I
from
know-
classic video gaming to strippers all in a matter of seconds. This
Here
is
we go,
welcome
Brian.
to Chris'
Ready?
channel.
Here we go, Brian.
There was a transition in classic stripping video games.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we've talked about those. And I've played some on stream before. I don't know who was here for X-Man and Custer's Last Revenge, but I did play those on stream before.
I do recall. Yes.
And they were one of the first nude video games. Because again, every industry that's technologically, like in the technology field, is always fed by whatever gives you the best pornographic experience. So just remember that. Why do we have VHS and not beta? Why do we have Blu-ray and not HD DVD?
Because you
Simple.
can think porn.
Why do you think the internet continues to advance at crazy speeds? Why do screens keep getting bigger on cell phones?
Porn.
Oh, and actually, the
More
History
porn.
Channel, they did the Betamax and VHS, and they did say the porn word on that. So
Yeah.
The internet is for. Oh, they said adult film industry. They didn't say porn. They
Yes.
said adult film industry. Yes.
Yeah, for porn.
Yes. It's for porn.
So
The internet is for.
why do you think they wanted to put screens on cell phones in the first place? Like, it's not because it was easier to type, because God knows that when we had keyboards, little Blackberries were better than touch screens, and they still are to this day.
Aw.
She's a whiner. She's actually trying to jump back over the gate to get back in. She uses my desk as a springboard, and it's hilarious as hell to watch her jump from my desk to the thing, because this is what you see as she leaves. You see this. You see.
Pick one and stick with it.
She
There
was
you
here
go.
a couple of years ago. Bridget the Midget.
Yes,
Yeah.
Bridget's
Yeah.
Bridget's everybody's
They should
favorite.
bring her out in a suitcase. It's just fantastic.
That's
She's-
terrible.
She's your pack-a-date.
Yep. Bob Carnes remembers. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. That's. Yeah, it doesn't get any
All right,
better.
guys. I got a very
Amiga update.
very old school. I have an old school for you.
Okay.
See, I hooked up. Let's see.
Now they've hooked up, but there's Workbench 1.2,
Holy hell.
and I have set the date to
Uh-oh.
1999, December
He's
31st,
going-
with less than
Here
30
it comes.
seconds.
Here we go, and it's gonna crash. Oh no, Y2K is all over again.
Jericho.
You know how many computers we had to update the BIOS, and we had to replace
All of them?
we replaced. Yeah, we had to put Pentium overdrives and so many computers because they were afraid that the 486s were going to just die.
And you know, we learned nothing from that because I catch people using 2-digit years all the time. It's like, it's not the year 20. Come on.
Oh, we survived! Oh
It
my
still
God!
works.
Happy New Year!
It still works.
Does this
Yeah.
mean we're restarting 2020 or is 2020 done now?
No, this is 2000.
I like 2000, but
We're
it's
back
very
to
close to 9/11.
2000.
I don't remember that year.
And it
Yeah,
appears
you were just a
that
wee
it
one.
is allowing it. Let's see how far it lets me go. I think I remember stopping at 30. No.
Oh, look at that. January. You're all the way up
You know-
to.
Is that 1869?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
You know, the thing is that my Kenwood stereo that I got in like 92 was able to do the Y2K with no problem.
So
Bob,
here's
tell
me-
here's my
Mike,
You
favorite.
like
editor.
Minecraft now?
I
No, it's the
graduated
icon editor.
preschool in 2000s.
Hey, Dave, do you have the
Okay.
bouncing ball demo on there?
I haven't found that one yet.
Okay.
I need to.
There's a chair opening up in the universe now.
I have to kind of go back to my old school.
You gotta fix that bloody mouse pointer there.
No, that's normal.
It's floating in a
I can't
pool of
remember
blood.
where it was.
Does that have that nice big single mouse click button on there on your mouse?
It's not a Mac. It doesn't have two buttons.
No,
No,
it's two.
see, this is
Two.
Amiga. It had dual buttons.
Okay.
It's like everything had 2 buttons except for the Mac.
They had
Yes.
a button called a control key that changed everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
And
us Windows people, was the Shift plus the right click that changed everything.
yeah. Then I remember the awful way that PCs decided to use a mouse or a pointing device on laptops back in the day. Like, let's put this red pimple in the center of the keyboard.
Oh, I love that actually. I hate the trackpad.
The track points were not bad.
No,
track
I
points weren't bad.
Yeah,
liked
but
it.
they still sucked after like 8 hours of fucking.
Oh yeah,
pushing the
that
nipple
okay. If you
around.
kept on using it, I agree, Chris. It did suck.
And then they decided to make the worst trackpad imaginable for years. I mean, to this day, there's very few computers that come out with Windows on it that have a good trackpad. They're either mediocre or shit, and then they're
Yeah.
like,
Most of them
okay,
are just
let's
shit.
make a good trackpad.
I got to give Apple credit. The trackpads on the MacBooks are nice.
That's because they're huge. Like, why?
Well,
do you-
also-
Yeah, it's
yeah.
bigger than my phone.
And has lots of built-in gestures.
yeah,
God,
gestures
this-
do help.
They
The
do, a lot.
trackpad on my
I
laptop
use
that
it all
I've
the
got right
time.
now sucks ass.
Yeah, this
It's glass. It feels great. It makes sense.
this touch bar thing right here is useless.
I
My
use it for a
laptop
few
right now
programs,
has
but yeah,
the,
it's useless.
the pointer thingy, but it's blue, not red.
I like
And
it
this-
for going
this
on the
is
internet because I can switch tabs really fast with it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's because it's all like
Worst freaking keyboard ever.
I
is on
like
this
the
touch
keyboards.
I like the keyboard when it works.
Oh my god, it's so freaking loud.
I don't mind that. But
See-
then again, I've got a
I think-
really loud keyboard.
Okay,
up
so
in
you got the
attic.
IBM keyboard, don't you?
No, I've got one of the ASIO Retro Classic Bluetooth keyboards.
Okay.
The black leather and the copper keys and stuff like that. And it sounds like a
Uh,
machine gun when you
That's
type.
I think the
Okay.
issue with most
Yeah, but
people
when-
who go to
when
Mac
you
is
have-
they use these gigantic high throw mechanical keyboards thinking they're badasses, and then they go to something that has no throw and they're like, this thing sucks.
Yeah.
When I use my Macs, they all have those short throw keys.
It's
and
like
then they
a,
come
like
to
a
this-
millimeter throw at the
Cannot
most.
Yeah.
stand those
These
low
things are
throw
horrible.
keys.
This is the worst technology because you're using more distance to type. You have to lift your fingers even higher to do the same. And I'm like,
Well-
why am I working so hard when I type like this on my Mac? I'm over here on this
Bob.
keyboard like.
For your viewing pleasure, my mechanical keyboard is currently unplugged.
You know, the thing is I'm going from an HP ZBook to a Apple Touch Bar 15-inch. And so switching back and forth, it literally
David's
takes
playing some games.
a while to get back to the use to the Mac. And then I start actually liking the Mac. But then as soon as I go to the HP, that fucking backspace key is too freaking short. I always hit the home key.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Welcome to the future.
The future is now.
I thought the future was last week.
It
All right,
probably
then.
was.
3D demo.
Behind us.
You're a 3D demo.
Back to the future.
Wow, 2 hours and 47 minutes long.
Normal. All right. Let's do this. Share my screen. Half-Life.
Oh,
Half-Life. Oh my god.
a little bit of Half-Life.
I need to make a server
Silence of
name.
the Lambdas.
Crossfire's the map.
Silence of the Half-Life.
I feel like we're twitching.
Or Twitchers.
I'm just still enjoying the little piezo tweeter going off on my little fake floppy drive.
Nice.
And so we're watching a first-person shooter that looks like this.
This is amazing graphics back then.
Oh, it was.
Yes.
Can
I
I?
mean,
Can I
because-
still do it?
Well, remember, I don't know if you
No,
guys
can't do it.
recall that you could not have a room above another room. When the first like Doom came out, you couldn't. The maps you couldn't. It could be wrong, but the room could not. You cannot have one room on top of the other. An opening like.
You reminded me of a cheat code when you said that. IDCLIP. Does anybody remember what that did?
I don't know how to switch weapons in this game.
Did I lose
there it is.
everyone with that?
No.
IDCLIP in Doom. What did that
Oh,
cheat
you
code
can
do?
clip walls. Yeah.
There you go. And then, of
Yeah.
course, the IDKFA.
The big ass motherfucking gun.
IDKFA was God mode, if I remember right. That was IDKFA.
There
Oh,
we
there
go.
you go. He jumped on the railing. Good
Yeah.
job. Where do you store all your guns, Chris?
In my pants.
Oh, okay.
I've got lots of pants space. There's my favorite gun. All right. Let's go to the crossbow. So crossbow,
See,
normal crossbow.
Yeah.
Crossbow zoomed in. Stealth
Yeah.
mode.
You know, the
Gun
thing
bow?
is I miss the time that everyone had the equal power in their guns.
Yeah. This game's like that because you can't get power-ups.
Yeah. Like I said, that I
You
would
can also infinitely jump. Climbing stairs is a pain in the ass sometimes.
yeah, you fall off the wall. It sucks.
I was incorrect, guys. IDKFA gave you all weapons, ammo, keys, and gave you 200% armor. If you typed IDD
Why am I
QD,
still charging? I just want to get to the
Oh
button and
yes.
show you guys the
Now I
button.
remember. Okay, it's been a
So-
long time since I've done those.
This console here will pop down eventually after a certain amount of time,
Yeah, you can see where it would.
it drops.
and there's a button
Yeah.
behind it, and it'll blow up the whole map. So I gotta wait so I can show everyone. And this is where we'd all camp. And
Oh,
wait
he
for people to pop
camping.
through the door.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Campground.
Camping
You
is a
camper.
strategy. People
Just
hate
wait.
campers because it's a strategy. Like I don't care if you camp. Now, if you camp as a whole team, that's a different story.
It's like, hey, it's not my fault
Here
that
it
you
is.
can't kill me.
Push the button. The
So right now, a big warning
candy-like
light's
button.
going off.
Oh, look at that scenery.
That's some top
Yeah, there's the
quality graphics.
Coyote and Roadrunner going off in the background somewhere.
Yeah, it's
Eventually, these doors are going to close. There they go. So you got to get in time. But we won't do that.
what the hell they call it in Call of Duty when you get the airdrop? Man, it's been such a long time since I played. When you get so many kills in a row and stuff, you earn a
Kill streak.
yeah, you get the
So
kill
this is the
streak.
only
but
way
then
in. Now an airplane is flying over, but you'll never see it.
Skybox. Is that what they call it? Skybox. They would come down in a parachute, and everyone would always steal it from you, kill you, steal it.
To think I actually used to be good at this game.
Aren't you supposed to
Pow, pow.
kill someone? I haven't seen you kill
I,
anyone
don't-
yet.
I haven't installed any bots.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Because it looks like there's blood, but no one's ever around.
I'm the one who died.
It's a surgical suite they need to clean up.
Well, my wife is do you ever play first person shooters and you just like lean your head around and she's like, you are so animated when you play. He's like, you can't look around the corner, but you always seem like you have to turn your head like there is someone there.
Normal.
Oh.
All right, guys, I'm gonna drop off.
Do it.
Do it now.
You tripod.
Bye.
Bye, tripod.
Yes, I have to get Mortal Kombat 11, and then get Animal Crossing.
Hell yeah.
Do it. It's fun.
That's why I have a feeling you were playing it, though.
I literally just grabbed my Switch.
But then I still want to get I still haven't gotten the Mario game. The first which one was it? Mario World or whatever it is.
Super Mario Maker?
No, it was first person
Super
where
Mario
he's
Odyssey?
Odyssey, there you go.
Yeah, Odyssey's awesome.
I only have like 3 games for my Switch.
I don't even
That's
have a
silly.
Switch.
You should get a Switch.
It's a great console. It really is. I mean, I keep on forgetting that it's portable.
See, that's the reason I bought it, is because I can't justify spending $300-400 on a game plus $60 or a console then 60 plus for a game when I'm literally never home and when it's not a pandemic.
And the screen on it is decent too. It's not like it's bad. It's a decent size. I mean, I had the PSP was my last video, portable, and actually that wasn't too bad. But it's sitting underneath my desk downstairs. So
I haven't played a console game in probably 2, maybe 3 years.
Our Xbox is just a media player right now. You know, just walk into the house, say Xbox on, and you know it's you know, I was going, you know, look up an NAS and all this other shit, but it never happened.
I'm most likely getting a PS4 soon because my best friend wants a PS5.
Okay.
I only saw the we talked about this on Dan's stream, that I didn't know which was cutscene and which was playable. I can't stand that when you know, they're do title launches and, you know, these, you know, events, and you have no idea if the cutscene is actual, you know, you're something
It's not
playable.
gameplay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, wow, that
it's
was
the
great.
cinematic break in between
Yep.
parts of the mission.
Yeah, it's like, okay, almost anything could do that. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I don't know. If the pandemic lasts much longer, I'm half tempted to buy an Xbox One S, a digital edition.
So that
Ding,
wall,
ding, ding, ding.
that wall is really
Ding,
hurting
ding,
you.
ding.
You're trying to break the mortar apart, aren't you?
Oh,
What is
I
that?
just not
I
simply
love these.
walk into mortar.
How many bugs do you get?
I think it's 10 bugs.
What the hell do they do?
They chase after the first thing that they see and they start eating it.
Oh.
Why aren't they attacking you?
Because I threw it away from me.
Clackety, clackety, clackety.
Oh yeah. Hold on, I love this.
So, Dan, just shoot me a text. We'll meet up and we'll need to create a some type of graphics or something for our failed makes. You're on mute.
Dan's on mute.
I did
Dan's
that
on
on
mute.
purpose. I wanted you guys to talk to me. I figured if I sat here and talked to myself for a little while, you guys would say something, but you guys didn't say anything. You guys haven't even noticed. And while you guys were busy watching Chris play, I did some sneaky
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, it's very interesting, him just running around, picking up guns and shooting walls.
Yeah, where are the
haven't-
enemies?
I'm kind of
I haven't-
watching
I haven't
Dave's
installed
Amiga.
any bots yet.
I know
Yeah,
the Amiga.
The Amiga is a little bit more interesting. The biggest.
I was just going to say though,
Scroller.
I have an option for something I could do. I could go find some music, play some music on my 3D printed speaker.
Do it, do it, do it.
You guys could try out or listen to some 3D printed speaker music.
Oh my
Let's go
gosh,
find
I've got
something.
Serious Sam on here.
That's awesome. Come here, whiny cat. Oh my goodness, you're such a whiny little thing, aren't you?
Kitty.
So David, how much memory does this demo take up?
All of
This whole
All the
image
memory.
700K.
Really?
And my system currently has only has 512 in it. I haven't put the other 512 in it.
You know, it's amazing what they would do. I mean, this was total efficiency back then. You know, now it's just like, let's just cram shit and we don't care how much resources it takes, you know?
Then you get glitches like this, which will happen because I think this requires the full 1 meg. Yep. Oh, awesome! I got one.
Did you get a
Yay!
Guru
Sorry, this
meditation
is
number?
exciting for me.
Was
You
it
got a
Bill
Guru
Gates that had that
meditation
famous
number.
line that you'll never need more than 640K?
640K.
Yep.
So here's an error. Another little piece of Amiga history. So when the system crashed, its blue screen of death was called the Guru meditation.
Yes, because you always get that Guru meditation number that was some kind of a debugging number.
Yep.
Well, the thing is, with the blue screen of death, that's a debug as well. You could go into the debug file and you can compile it, and you can find out. I took sysinternals training for that to find out you can get down to the threads and actually read everything.
So that is the Guru meditation, and a little history of it. One of the developers at Amiga when they were writing the OS, he would fall asleep at his desk a lot. And the guys would come up and, nudge him and tell him, get back to work.
It was
And he would tell them I was meditating.
It was like me on dance stream.
So it worked its way in.
Yeah, you were just meditating.
Yes.
That sounds like what we would do if we fell asleep in class at school. Teacher would wake you up, you just say amen, and they would believe that you were praying.
So,
Amen.
good old classic error. Yay. Sorry. That just made me excited. I haven't seen that. I haven't crashed an Amiga in like 20 years.
Glad that we could witness live then in 20 years.
Oh, look, Carl's here with an actual 3D printer related question.
He actually had me.
Carl.
What? How did we miss that?
Oh, wait. This is 3D printing?
How do you?
Crap, I'm on the wrong channel.
How do
Is
you
that what
mount-
unites all of us together?
And it's a printed solid question.
I would never. I'm not a fan of.
Duct tape.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of a PSU outside of an enclosure. So, just protected by, protecting the power with 3D printed parts. I'd rather have a full encased enclosure. So, don't talk to me about. You can talk to these other 5 people about it.
So, arguably, here's how it worked. On my old MDF style enclosure, I had some extra holes in there for you to mount the power supply and run new wires and all that stuff. However, no one ever did it. So I just said, all right, well, if somebody ever wants to mount it on the outside, they can, and the material's easy enough to just drill out the 4 holes you need for a power supply mount.
Yeah, see, I will never design one on the outside and put it on Thingiverse. I just don't want to be responsible. So,
Listen to you being over
As
responsible.
soon as I tell people, hey, go ahead and start resoldering wires for your power supply and all that stuff, I start to cringe a little bit because there's always that one guy.
Yep.
Everybody knows them too.
Well, I mean, there's a reason why you crimp wires and why you solder wires. And Chris will tell you the same thing. There's a reason why you crimp some, and there's a reason why you solder some. So
Can't you just twist them together and wrap some electrical tape around them?
Oh, sure.
Hold them back on each other before you twist them, though.
The only
Get
way
it
that I
out
would
there.
solder a connector is if it's to a speaker wire. Otherwise, there's really no need to solder a connector. So.
Oh, hey, Dan.
Yeah.
These are what you wanted, right?
What?
And yes, Michael Farrell is the way to go.
Yeah. For these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Yeah. That's right.
Ooh, you know what?
Because this one is currently.
Yeah, Marcus.
this one-
Yeah, I
this
knew
was,
someone else would catch that. 640K is all you need.
I am going to. I'm going to do something. Why not? Let me go ahead.
It is
and,
fake. I could have sworn that was a real line.
Yeah, that's the rumored real Bill Gates line. But that's before they thought of, Windows.
Yeah, so, okay, well, computerworld.com. Here's the legend. At the computer trade show in 1981, Bill Gates supposedly uttered this statement in defense, just introducing the IBM PC 640K RAM limit. 640 ought to be enough for anybody. Our first computer at our house was an IBM PC Junior. Talking about long battery life, that had a infrared keyboard, wireless keyboard, and that thing lasted months.
Good night, Bob.
Good night,
Hey,
Bob.
Bob.
Good night, Bob.
I'm
Good
going to be following suit here pretty quick myself. But before I go, do I dare play the music for everyone?
I don't know. Is it going to get the channel demonetized?
No, I'm
What,
going to
doing
use
this?
I'm going to use one of the studio ones, the YouTube studio ones. So
Okay.
I figure I might as well play that. But I gotta do this lovely thing where I gotta.
Well, I mean, wait, you're talking about demonetized if for playing a video game?
It
No.
could, I guess.
You can if the music is playing.
Yes. It's funny that you could show video of a game, but you can't and talk, but you can't play music and talk at the same time.
No.
Is that how crazy a crap is that?
Yeah. Welcome to YouTube being so big that they can't handle those kind of things.
You know, it's like when I publish one of my videos, every time I had to show that I purchased the music. I'm like, how many? You guys have the same freaking songs or lyrics or whatever music that I played that I purchased, and can't you keep that as a record that I purchased this?
There's guys who make their own music and they get copyright struck. So
Yep.
I just use no music.
What's that?
I don't use any music.
Yeah. Well, you do mostly live
I'm
streams.
so
So
pissed when I got copyright struck on my own music that I wrote.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Well, there was
If
another.
it sounds anything similar to something, they're like, it's mine.
There was
Yeah.
a thing that I saw a while back where somebody had taken a bunch of the royalty-free, copyright-free music that anyone was allowed to use anywhere, and used it as background music on. They kind of like made like a crappy rap album or something with that as the background music,
Yeah.
and then went around copyright striking everybody that had the original copyright-free music in their videos.
Are you guys ready?
Oh, I'm so
Do it.
the
Yeah,
speaker.
I installed the 512. It seems to be working better.
I was going to say if everybody would go ahead and silence yourselves for a moment because I'm doing the cheater BS thing here where you guys are all getting played through the same speaker. So
Barely hear you.
yes, I know. That's because I was talking quietly. I was trying to be sneaky.
Oh, that doesn't work.
Here, you want to be silly? Go ahead. Here you go.
It sounds like you have a cock in your mouth.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought you were gonna say. All right, here we go. Ready? I'm gonna play some music.
Oh, great. Now you're gonna get, Chris demonetized.
It's the studio music. It's free.
I feel like I'm in an elevator.
It's actually not bad. You got to admit, for 3D printed, that's not bad. I mean, I know you won't admit it because
Oh my god, I played this.
I can't hear nobody now.
What
Does that
game
mean
is
that you
this?
can hear everybody?
I can hear it now. I can hear you now.
Which
Mr.
game is
Ryan.
this? I played this. Which one was this? Chris?
Clay Fighter.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
there you go. That actually worked, guys. 3D printed speakers
That
do
was
really
really cool.
work. And if I can build it,
Where's Viking?
that means anybody can build it. Yeah, where is
Sleeping.
Viking? Viking is missing this. He's missing like history. No, I'm just kidding. Because Paul's already done all this. I just
Helga versus Taffy. Oh my god, I remember this game. This is when anyone and everyone was making a fighting game.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Okay. It is getting close to midnight. I'm going to turn
No,
into a
it's not.
pumpkin soon.
It's 11:38.
Yes, it is.
Mr.
That's
Vine.
close to
Alright.
midnight.
Don't forget to lose your shoe.
I got to go.
Good.
Bye,
night,
everyone.
Have a
good
great night.
day, Brian.
Later, Vine.
With
Have
yeah.
fun. Bye, Mr. Vines. So that's pretty badass. It uses 5-volt little amplifier, 3 watts is all it's putting out. And I can't crank it all the way up because my daughter's in the living room. It gets crabby. So I can't crank
Taffy
it.
wins. Good job, Taffy.
That's what I do.
Never knew that Helga could like spin sideways.
On
She
a,
can
on
do
a
all kinds
side
of
note,
things. You just have to have the right kind of money.
on a side note, taffy is delicious.
Taffy is delicious. Laffy Taffy included.
Yeah, Laffy Taffy, saltwater taffy, my favorite saltwater
Ooh,
What
taffy.
do they call this type of sprites, right? The sprites.
No, this is like Mortal Kombat. They actually
Son of a
recorded
bitch.
all of the movement off of Clay.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know,
So
go ahead.
I was just going to say, so I went and looked at my order for these magnets because I was like, I know I ordered more than, did I get 2, 4, 6, 8? I was like, I know I ordered more than 8. I thought I ordered like 12 or 10 or 12. And I went and looked, and sure enough, I'd ordered 12. So I just emailed the company and said, hey, you shorted me. I ordered 12 and you only sent me 8. What gives? So we'll see if they respond, and when they respond, what
They
will
don't care
say.
about you.
Yeah, no.
No. Yeah.
I just
Hey, you're
remember.
playing retro games from like late '90s. That's no fair.
I have a RetroArch installed on my PC because these are the only games I like playing is games from this era.
So
Besides like Animal Crossing.
roughly what year was this game?
This was This was Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. Launched on both, so 90s, mid 90s, I believe.
I would say, yeah, probably like 93, maybe 92, 93, maybe.
I thought Super NES was like '96.
I forget when the N64 launched. I thought the N64 was early 2000.
Man, Helga's coming back.
Yeah, I'm not good at this game.
Ooh, she nailed you with her butt.
No, N64 came out in 96. I remember my dad complaining, saying that he couldn't buy one when it first came out because I was just born and they couldn't afford it with a new baby.
I waited in line for the N64. And actually, it had not the best launch titles. It had Wave Race and a few other things, but it did have Mario 64.
Ocarina of Time. Oh, Mario 64 is so good. I have it on here.
And actually, when they redid it for the DS, it actually looked really good on the DS also.
Yeah. It plays so good.
I mean, when I would have my friends over that were used to the PlayStation, they'd come over and see Nintendo Mario 64. They're like, "Oh my god, it's so much nicer."
Mm-hmm. Mario 64 is such a good game. That was. All right, let's play a game I'm actually good at.
I mean, that really. I mean, it had some bad camera angles. You know, it wasn't perfect, but for the time, it was as perfect as it could be for a video game.
I hope you're ready for this. It's one of the few games I'm okay at.
I'll stick around for this last one, then I'll leave. What's this one? Oh, Turbo.
Yeah, this is
91, 293. Is Turbo with Cammy and
no. Turbo was just the faster version.
Okay.
So
I would beat my friend so many times he would whip the controller across the room.
I used to chew on my controller. I can beat most people with every character. My worst character is Zangief. And Dhalsim.
I would play Ken, Ryu, who else?
Yeah, we'll just do Ryu because I know all his movesets. Oh, good, and I have to face Zangief, which is... Can't stay close to Zangief, gotta stay far away.
Yeah, he'll go up in the air, spin you around, and slam you on your head.
Yep, and this is Turbo, so...
I still like the animation on this versus Mortal Kombat when Mortal Kombat came out. Oh, you good?
All right, I got my controllers back.
Look at that. Are you gonna go for a combo? Nope.
No. Just waiting for him to come closer, and I can hit him with that.
Yes, the Street Fighter movie was horrible.
The cartoons ones were really good. I don't know if you ever saw the Street Fighter cartoons. Not as good
Was
as the
it-
Spawn cartoon, but
The Chun-Li one movie wasn't too bad.
they made a Chun-Li movie.
Yep.
Of
Oh,
course,
look at that.
back in the day, we all thought the Mortal Kombat movie was awesome, and then you watch it now and you go, man, I was doing something.
The Mortal
Wrong.
Kombat movie could have been a lot better.
The Mortal Kombat movie was pretty awesome
It was. Oh, really,
Was.
Zangief? You're gonna duck?
for its time.
Oh, come on, you got to at least do the helicopter.
I never do the helicopter. Mostly because I always mess up the key commands for it. Dave, what are you watching? Is that porn on your Amiga?
This is an Amiga demo. This is running on a 7 megahertz processor with 512K out of a 600K disk image with the operating system in that 600K.
I'm telling you, man, the efficiency is gone. I mean, amazing what they could cram into that.
Paul, he actually had his working. You might have missed that. Okay. Dalsim, what's my strategy against you? Stay away.
Hey, Polymate's on there, Dan, on the thread.
Ah!
Oh,
The range of Dalsim. Oh, that's the move.
yes. Well, yeah, Paul, you actually just missed it because I actually just was playing some music through the speaker.
I hated that warp.
Yeah, normally I should just do one of those, but yeah, you're pretty predictable, buddy. Yep, I was not ready for that though.
My friend and I would always do that, the combination where you can play the same characters.
Oh man, Dalsim.
Oh,
Wait, either I'm getting worse or I'm getting better. I think I'm getting worse. Yep, I'm getting worse.
Small price.
Yep.
Too big.
There's also a delay.
yeah, there was a combination that you could do so because it was locked where you couldn't play the same player, but there was a combination on the controller right before you get the splash screen that you can enable two people to play Ken.
I hate his range. I just wanna fight him like I fight people online, but I can't because he's
Man,
rangy.
one hit from that took off that much power.
Yeah. I didn't even set it on easy. I set it on normal. If I set this on easy, this would be game over. The only thing I didn't like about Street Fighter was you actually had to know the moves. You had to learn what each enemy could do. Because Dalsim, you can't fight close. You just do this all day.
Yep. And then he'll eventually jump on it.
He'll eventually teleport, and then you're like, oh, where's he teleporting to? In front of you or behind
Yeah.
you?
And then you do the dragon punch. See here, I'll do the up. Yeah, there you go. You got a combination. Oh, almost had it.
I hate that. That's why I can never get close to him. He'll actually use his move. Now he's
There you go. Landed right on it.
But it's unfortunately it's lagging because it doesn't like me running XSplit and this. There's 3 video inputs right now. So my computer's like, ha 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 ha. You think you can run all of
I
this?
downloaded XSplit and I deleted it. I didn't have time to go through it.
It was so easy. I love it now. Okay.
I was just amazed that they could throw this in, this playability and animation in a Super Nintendo. It was a comparison between the Genesis and Super Nintendo. The colors were Nintendo always had the colors. The Genesis had the speed.
Yeah. Genesis also is easier to emulate.
What was that?
Genesis is also easier to emulate.
Yeah.
It's the only downfall with Nintendo crap. They always had to make it more difficult. Oh, fuck. Screw you. Really? Going back to my
Yes.
strategy.
Yes, I am a real American. I am a real American.
Ooh.
Anyway, just
Game.
jamming out in my
You and
own
your
head.
fancy speaker.
Yeah, I'm gonna play some music. I'm gonna use my phone this time. Like piss you guys off because I'll play some copyrighted material. Let me get some Miley Cyrus going up in this bitch.
For the love of God.
Let's see.
let's
You're
not.
gonna go at. It'll be Blanca next. See you a fight.
Blanca, I don't mind. As long as he doesn't start launching himself.
Yes,
Apparently, I'm going to Japan to fight myself.
Japan.
Well, this is an easy fight.
Yeah, the non-turbo one you couldn't fight yourself.
Ah,
Doug. Hi, Doug. How are you, sir? It's everybody's favorite Doug. Doug.
I forgot you
Oh,
can
that's it.
mid-air.
That's the
transfer.
combination I thought you were gonna do. Ayukin.
Damn it! I am not as good as I used to.
Oh, you got stars.
be. Yep. And the flip is worth a ton of damage.
Oh, I remember at the arcade, you never did a flip.
Doing good.
You know there.
I'm not.
No, I know. I'm just saying you would you line up your quarters, man, and if you flip someone, you'll get booed.
Boo! Why are you so close to me? Damn it! Not expecting that. Damn it!
See, what I liked about Killer Instinct was just the ridiculous combos you can do.
Hey,
Yeah, combos are cool. My buddies who play like Street Fighter 4 and 5, they're huge into the combos. And dead. On that note, let's
Yeah,
call it a
I'm
day.
out of here, guys. This time I am out. You guys have fun. Thanks for the invite.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Good night,
I gotta get a video up tomorrow.
What's it about?
Brady
It's,
Printing.
doing the driveway, getting that done. I got some drone shots. I totally forgot about doing the drone footage until after they already ripped it up. So, and I feel like I kind of got ripped off a little bit, but not really, because it was the quote was for $2,800, and it wound up costing $4,100.
Oh, I hate when they do the estimates and then they.
Oh
they
my
lowball
god!
it.
But we had no base. This was supposed to be just a rip and replace. But when you had no base, they had to dig like 16 inches deep.
Yeah.
So and it's like, you saw the cost. Every truckload of clay dirt that was going out that they couldn't recycle. So
Yeah.
the costs were there. It just pissed me off that you say it's one thing and you don't say, hey, you know what? This guy should be double in price. So I have not decided if I'm going to put that in the video or not. So I may just keep it nice and clean and just say, hey, here's some shots of the driveway being redone. Nice, simple, but I'm not after this company for anything. I had the expectations of around 25% overage, and it just wound up being another 10% above that. It is what it is. But being a homeowner sucks. So.
Yep. You got that
So-
air conditioning, that roof, that garage door
Yeah.
opener, the garage door, the front doors, the windows.
Yeah, I
Everything
mean,
is supposed to last a lifetime.
no. I got
Hey,
parts.
I can order my pizza from my Samsung smart fridge. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, I got parts ordered for the printer. That'll be another episode later, but it's
All right.
Do it
Well, then,
now. Do
Good
it
night,
now.
Tripod. Good night, Devin. Good night, Dave. Good night,
Hasta
Dan.
Nacho. It's been a slice.
It's been a slice of pie.
Later, everyone.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Later.
Bye, Buttman
Bye, Butt Ram.
Later, Boot Ram.
and Market.